Hello, everybody. Oh, we're so small.
Hello.
Oh, as well.
Yes.
Yes, there you
Hey.
go.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing today?
I'm doing quite good. I hope everybody in chat is doing quite good. New Dupery update.
New Dupery update. It's very exciting.
Hell yeah.
Got the new set out. The
Yeah.
lockout set. Bunch of new roles. Well, they're pretty fun, and I feel like I feel like I'm gonna play some cases later, and one of them's gonna trip me up, and I'm gonna embarrass myself. That's my prediction.
Are we still suffering from the heat? It's not as bad as it was the week before. The week before was hellishly warm.
Yeah.
We've got like our calm before the storm again, so there's meant to be another heat wave coming, but
How hot is
right
it?
now it's bearable heat. It's bearable heat.
I'm feeling like really like kind of sleepy though. I don't know why. It's normally when I'm hot, but what is the temperature? Yeah, no, it's fine. It's 23 degrees. It's
You've been
okay.
hit with
Probably
the
deliberately
hydration.
more in your room.
Yeah.
I'll commit to the hydration.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes. What's that? That's crazy. Okay. Yeah. So, new roles, very exciting. Which is your favorite role, Matt? If you could say, and do you want to say what the role does?
Ooh, out of the 5 new ones, I think my favorite's probably the landlord. So let me get the actual like description of it. But the landlord, I quite like the landlord because it's one of the, I don't know, it's one of the best ones of the new ones in my opinion. So it's, I pick a surrounding neighbor. While I'm alive and not arrested, you cannot investigate them. I lie and pretend to be a suspected role. I like them a lot. I think they work very well. They're kind of fun. They're kind of annoying. Once you get them, you kind of get more information. I don't know. I like them a lot. They do exactly what I want them to do, so it's great.
Oh yeah, I like the landlord too. I think they're quite a nice one. I still really like the wanderer. They're very simple. They're just kind of funny to me. Like it's just the description is basically I'm not home. you cannot investigate me, which I find very, I don't know. It's silly. I like it. Yeah, thank you, Kitty, for the sub. Thank you very much. I still haven't set up any fancy graphics things for that. I don't know really what I'm doing, so maybe I'll figure that out.
We should get on that. You know, we've had
I've had a few people do it. Yeah,
we've had 5 or 6, something like that.
It's kind of crazy. How can we arrest someone who's not home? Well, I guess you could just like put out an arrest warrant, or maybe you just put like a thing through their letterbox. Just maybe some handcuffs.
All you do is you just chain up the door, you know.
Oh, true. You put the police can't cross this line tape over the front door.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, you've got like an hour window to find them, so you should be alright.
You can't find them in 2 hours when you investigate them, but you can find them in 1 when you arrest them.
That's true. Different mindsets. It makes sense. So, what do you want the plan to be? Do we want to look at some... Because I think we've got a handful of roles that we picked this time to check out.
Yeah,
from community stuff. But we could also go and check out and like play some cases in the new update. So it's up to you really what you want to do.
Yeah, I was gonna, well, actually, why don't we let the chat decide? What do you guys want to see first? Do you want to see us play through, a few of the cases and like talk about the new roles, or do you want to look at the role ideas?
I'm sensing a bias in chat.
Yeah, well, maybe.
There seems to be enthusiasm in a certain direction.
We'll let people decide. But in the meantime, I've got a question for you, Lydia.
Oh yeah.
So if I pop over to here, our little guys are hidden. I wonder if we can turn those on. Oh, they are here. They're just hidden on the side. There you go.
We're real.
Yeah, we're real. Although it's kind of an unfortunate place. I'll put them here for now. these are the new roles that have just come out as part of the lockout set that you guys can play with. Lydia, my question to you is, which was your favorite icon if you had to choose one? If you had a choice.
The Teacher and the Wanderer were the most fun to do. The Fugitive was fun, but the Chain, I wanted to strangle someone. It gave me trouble. I like the little shadow. I like the little shadow on the apple. I was looking back at the accountants.
Teacher.
Yeah, I was looking back at the accountant's piece with the shadow that you get from the pen on the clipboard, and I was like, gotta do that again. Gotta do that again somewhere.
I must admit, I really do love the teacher symbol.
Yeah.
The teacher is very, very readable. I like it a lot. And the ball and chain you were talking about is, again, super clean. Honestly, they're all really good. I really love them. Like, the Wanderer is great. The Landlord's Key is super clean. Like, the Travel Agent makes sense. I was wondering what you're going to do for them.
Tricky. The Travel Agent, I was trying to do like a plane at different angles because I wanted to get some of the negative space in, like have a little window, and it just didn't look good that small. You just couldn't get it. So in the end, I was like, screw it. We'll just do a plane. We'll just do an airplane.
Chat, what have you done? You started a hype train or something, and now I can't read chat. Like, it's completely broken my chat window. I can't see. What have you done? Oh no! Hold on.
All I can say is, thank you very much. Fixed it. For the sound.
Oh, thank you. Well, I guess I can't see chat now. It's literally spamming me all-time record. What are you talking about? Why is it I can't see this?
You've got a 7 on 10 subs, you know?
Yippee!
Yay! I'm gonna have to like pull up the browser version because this happens all the time with the OBS ones. They just like freak out whenever anything happens.
You need to just go on, like, I've got the mod view.
We've got the.
I've got the Twitch mod view. So
oh, actually, can I pop it? Maybe if I pop out the window, it will work. Sorry.
Quickly can't see.
Does that work?
Thank you, Eddie Just Life for the subscription as well.
Oh, thank you. They're trying to break my widgets even further.
Wait,
what is happening? There's like a bunch of like, I think it's trying to render like emotes, but it's like not doing it right.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
No, you. Okay.
Yes!
What have you done? Okay. It's literally stopped working now. Why have you done that? Okay.
Thank you very, very much for the
thank you, but you have broken this. Okay.
That's just extra benefit, Luke. I don't know. That's not a problem.
Right. Well, someone else is gonna have to tell me what's going on in chat for a bit because this is freaking out.
It's party, Luke. It's a party.
It's a party. That's great.
Yeah.
I have just. Can you see the like what's going on with the emotes? Like for me, they're rendering, but in like one line. So they're like broken at the top of the chat window.
I don't know, Luke.
Okay, well, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, let's just ignore. I'm just gonna ignore that. That how broken it is on my side. Hopefully that's fine. But yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, you did a great job. I love the shadow on the apple. That's a very good point. It's the kind of thing is like playing with the negative space and stuff. That's really kind of cool. I like how you make them. And also, I'm pretty confident you made these like really fast as well. Like we asked for it, and then like 10 minutes later you gave it back. That's insane. It's not the yeah. I mean, do we wanna? What was the consensus? I was gonna check chat, but obviously it's broken now. So can you tell me? Wait, it's fixed.
Oh, it's fixed. Wow.
People saying
oh my god.
Yeah, people were suggesting a poll, so
a poll.
Do that.
Oh yeah, run the poll. Do a poll.
What do first? There you go.
Amazing.
Wow.
I'll let you run that. In the meantime, yeah. I think this is going to be a popular one, hopefully.
Shit. Oh well. Sorry, I made it only 1 minute long. I hope you guys are fast.
Oh, 1 minute poll. Wait, can you change the time on it?
Speed poll.
I mean, people are voting. They'll have time, right?
this. Okay. It's fine. It's lasting a while. I think like this set hopes to do like a couple things. It tries to add some intermediary under minions. Minions? Underlings. Oh my god. I said it right initially. We've been playing Ball on the Clock Tower and it's been breaking my mind. But yeah, the underlings should be a kind of like middling difficulty. We're trying to like fill out the kind of gap that people were kind of noticing. Like you had some really hard ones and then you had some really easy ones, and these are kind of trying to fit that middle position. And a lot of these roles are also using like the new kind of locked mechanic, which I think is pretty fun. Opens up some interesting like some cool gameplay stuff that hopefully we'll check out either now according to the poll. So let's see if we can find it. I'd love to hear your philosophy and approach to designing this game as you go about. Yeah, let me turn down the music a little bit because I feel like it's probably too loud now. Okay. So.
Oh, sorry. Just realized you're sharing your screen, not the Dupery.
Yeah. No. You could probably almost certainly see me open up the thing. Okay, let's just jump into a new game. I guess we go like Quirk 3, right?
Yeah.
Why not? So, the new thing is cool. I do like this. How did we design these roles, Matt? Do you remember? Was there any big thoughts that went into these?
These ones we designed a while
Yeah,
ago.
these are probably some of the oldest roles. The teacher, the wanderer, especially, and like all of these things.
I think the teacher is where it is. I think teacher is one of the newer ones. Like
really, I swear that was part of the old batch.
I mean, like in this set of 5, I think it's the newest one.
But like I know the wanderer is probably getting close to like 6 months old. Like so in that, like we have like a huge list of all of the roles, and they just like we have like over 200 things in this list, and we just pull out some of them and make sets out of them, trying to see what would synergize well. Some of these roles, obviously we like they're like test roles. We like spend a while refining them first. We have a few kind of philosophies in mind. What is this? What is this pop-up? I'm getting
hype chest open.
What?
Should we open the hype chest now?
Is this a thing? What? Twitch? What is this? Okay, amazing. Oh, I got something from the hype train. Hell yeah. But yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Design philosophies on underlings and things are kind of I don't know. You kind of want to have information that's somewhat traceable, I think. I don't know, man. My brain's fried immediately.
Okay,
Matt,
okay.
please take over.
All
of the stuff from the widgets is it's stressing me out.
Okay. Well, yeah, design philosophies. I mean, the thing is, it kind of has evolved a bit as we've continued development, I think. So we started with I think it was 35 or 40 roles. The demos released in October, and those were mostly heavily inspired by like Blood on the Clock Tower roles. So we had things like the reporter or like the weatherman or things like that that have all some ties to the Blood on the Clock Tower. And all of these were Luke made them because he made the initial prototype when he pitched it to the team. Then there was some roles like Mathematician, which came in quite quickly as well. I think that might have also been part of the first set, but they just felt kind of obvious, and we really quite liked them. And then after that, we started looking into like more roles and things like that. And I think it kind of depends on the classification you're going for, like the design philosophies. For me, like in this sense, it's probably the easiest one to explain because it needs to give you information. It should be simple to understand, and it should be hard, but it should like, yeah. I mean, okay, I say it was easy to explain, although I fumbled it. But it should give you information. It should help you solve the case. Hopefully, it should be easy to understand. Like I've said before, but I feel one of the best roles is a role where you don't even have to read its description to understand what it does. So I think a few roles come close to this, like the reporter. things quite clear. Or the partner, I think it's quite clear. You don't really have to read its description to understand what it does. That, if you get roles like that, I love them. That it means that you've hit that simplicity, but you can still have a lot of nuance with them. Obviously, some roles, this works better or worse with. Some roles you do want a bit more complexity, so they're a bit more interesting. But yeah, I try to keep innocent roles quite simple, but gives you information. And I also like roles that give you different information depending on if they're telling the truth or lying, but both information can be useful. So the Weatherman's a really good example of this. If they're telling the truth, you get 3 roles and you know what they are. If they're telling a lie, you get 3 guaranteed non-underling and non-traitor roles, which is also really good information. So you kind of get a bit of a no matter what their status, you're going to get good information to them. And that I really like for Innocent as well.
Matthew, have I found a bug?
What?
I tried, my stalker isn't transforming.
Oh, it's because there's an encounter in play.
Oh yeah! I'm stupid. Thank you.
No worries. Yeah, so I'm going to Meadows. Meadows.
I'm so.
Don't worry, I've gotten that bug report a few times. I can recognize it very quickly. When it comes to meddlers, you kind of have a similar philosophy of, at the end of the day, there's 2 ways to look at them. Either you just want them to be annoying. So this is things like the drunkard, which people have said just like the hardest meddler, because they're just annoying. They don't help you in the case. Bounty Hunter was also really bad that way. Really, really hard. Before this update, they were extremely difficult to know if they're lying or not. I do try and make roles that make it obvious when they lie. A lot of these rules can kind of be a bit fudged with meddlers. Like the youngster doesn't have a clear lie condition. That's kind of why they're difficult to deal with. So meddlers a bit you take the principles of innocence and you kind of remove a couple, or you kind of make them harder, or you kind of add a thing to them that kind of is a bit annoying. Sometimes they're still really good roles, like the stalker is probably honestly an innocent, but I try to keep roles that disguise as meddlers. I just think it's because you kind of don't, I don't know, it's not always 100% rule, but I don't like having innocent that disguise, even though theoretically you could. Then underlings, they need to be it's what you're trying to arrest. So they're kind of like meddlers where they need to have some kind of gimmick to them. But at the end of the day, that's why you're trying to arrest, right? It's just they're evil, and that's kind of the point of them. Some underlings are quite easy, like the scoundrel, where just it's quite an easy role. Some of them get a bit harder, like the barkeep is probably one of the hardest ones. They all have their thing. I really like the fugitive is cool. The fugitive can never appear alone as a blocking investigation role, by the way. Just as an FYI, so they're always with a landlord or a wanderer or a travel agent, just because otherwise you just get a random role that you can't investigate, and you're like, oh, okay, fugitive, nice. And then traitors, they're kind of like underlings, but you're just trying to make them really hard. So this could be really hard to find. This could be just has a big effect. Sometimes I find certain roles like the recruiter can make things a bit easier, but they have such a big effect on the board that they kind of have to be a traitor. So yeah, I think that's a global. I hope that answers the question. I haven't really been looking at chat, so I don't know what it is. I will say things like the Fall Guy wannabe, they cause me so many bug reports, but I love them. They're just, I don't know, they're great if you understand them. Yeah, Bounty Hunter was slightly nerfed. Something update the wiki. But yeah, I hope that answers a bit of illuminates a bit of what our design principles are around these kind of things. But yeah, for these roles, I can't remember which one of us had the idea to have roles that you can't investigate. I think it's quite an obvious thing to do in this kind of game. But it's a really cool concept. It's just quite fun, I find. It's a bit like obscuring, where it blocks information, but it does it in a different way, and I just think it's quite interesting. I also really love how it puts more emphasis on the order of investigations. So you kind of have to decide who you're investigating, and it kind of puts a bit more emphasis on that. Travel agent's very good with that. But yeah, even Luke's avoiding Silent Accomplice. Yeah, Silent Accomplice is awful.
What? Silent Accomplice? No, I was going for the one that has the guaranteed new thing in it. Travel agent. And also, yeah, I'm avoiding it. I'm way too sleepy. I can't. I'll take my Dark Whispers instead. What about the teacher? Chat asks.
Oh yeah, why did Recruiter not turn Fall Guy evil is indeed extremely common. I get that bug report a lot. I get the bug reports I get the most are Fall Guy, like they're not explicitly bugged. So Fall Guy Mathematician is very common. Fall Guy Recruiter is quite common. The one that annoys me the most is Fall Guy Weatherman, because the Weatherman's literally pointing at the Fall Guy. They could just read the description, but you know, what can you do? Like the Mathematician, I get, because like if you don't know the Fall Guy and you haven't read them, you will just see a Mathematician that seems to be lying to you. Even the Recruiter one I get, because it's not necessarily obvious. The Weatherman annoys me a little bit more, because it's like you could just read it and they would just immediately answer the question. Especially the people who are like, oh, Weatherman, does the plant seem as evil to the Weatherman? Because I keep getting the plant and the Fall Guy, and I'm just like, no, it's the you're so close, but you're not quite there. But yeah, that's just how it is. But Fall Guy Weatherman is actually, I don't know, in Fall Guy Weatherman is one of the ones I really like the most, because it immediately guarantees the Weatherman is good, or is not lying at the very least, which is great. So you know that the two other roles have to be meddler and innocent, which is always very, very nice. Yeah, gossip actually also get quite a bit, because it's surrounding and people suspect, like, just assume it's adjacent. Same with therapists, some people just assume it's surrounding sometimes. All small things. We are actually looking into ways to make things clearer. So one of the updates that we've had, that wasn't actually listed because it was something I did this morning a bit cheekily right before, but we have if actually I'll let Luke finish a case and then we can show it off. But if you finish a case and reveal all, the text that says like I tainted X will actually highlight who they tainted. Like the mathematician will point to every like role that like cause them to say that number, things like that. So we've added extra like highlights in the reveal all scene to like make things more clear. And also we made I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I made the highlighting slightly more obvious. So every role that is not highlighted gets darkened, and it's get darkened slightly more than before, and gets scaled down slightly more than before. Small little thing just to try and like make that a little bit more obvious. Hopefully people won't miss it as much.
I like it.
There you go. I hope that rant was interesting.
I've seen it pop up a couple times in chat. The wife mistress reflavor. That's we initially weren't going to do anything about that. That was kind of a little idea in our back burner, because when we first started it, we got a little bit of complaint about the flavor of the sort of like female rivalry trope. And initially we thought it's just one sort of complaint, you know, it's not a big issue. But it's come up a couple times since, and we were talking to our marketing people, and they were basically like, it's not a huge thing, but if it's coming up at this scale, at the scale we want to be selling it at, it could become a slightly bigger issue. And we thought, well, we could just reflavor it at this point, as opposed to a point later on down the line when hopefully the game is out to more people, and just get rid of a problem while it's young, if you will.
Yeah.
But it's just a reflavor. It's not anything mechanical.
The Wanderer's here. Sorry, I found them. Something tells me they're probably evil.
Yeah.
They have to be evil.
They were okay. Good.
Okay, the landlord locked them. Wait.
Landlord locked 6.
But 6 was the real one. The landlord.
Oh, landlord locked 1. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, that made sense.
Yeah,
that really confused me for a second.
No, wait.
Oh wait, no, sorry.
Oh well.
What were you looking for?
I was just gonna say, like, with the landlord, it highlighted the role that it locked.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Then when you clicked on them to see their info, it highlighted their info role.
Okay, sorry, Alice. It just feels natural, so I'm just clicking through it. Oh.
But yeah, that is, I think, big. I mean, this set we've had for a while. So as soon as we were going to do like sets, temporary sets, we knew we wanted this set in. obviously all these temporary sets, they're all roles that will be in the game, except if people really hate them. I think like with the last set, it's likely that there's going to be some small tweaks to the cops especially, but otherwise I think they're pretty good. I think the artists were really good. I'm really happy that people like the artists.
Oh, this is a crazy situation. We've got a landlord that's locked the wannabe away. That's amazing. I think they're real. And this is the wannabe. Yeah. Hello. I also skipped through the ending there again. I apologize.
Don't worry. I was going to say, there's been another very small change that's very subtle, and I haven't seen anybody talk about, so I'm happy about it. But if you lose a case, it will now force you to reveal all before you can continue, before you can exit the case. This is a really, really small change that I think doesn't really matter. I mean, if you just want to continue quickly, if you know the game very well, I don't think it'll change that much. I think this is partially because a lot of people just immediately forgot to people would want to reveal all and then just press on continue just by habit. And the other reason is just it's trying to force people who are losing a lot to learn in a way. They're kind of, in a way, they're forced to at least look at the screen to see things that have happened. And again, it's I don't know. I think it's a good point, and the fact that nobody's mentioned it means that I'm quite happy, because it means that it wasn't a change that people were oh no, wasting time.
Oh yeah, something else that's added, by the way, if you guys don't know about it, you can now use keys to just pick up stuff automatically, which is nice.
Yeah, somebody requested that in the Discord, and it was quite easy to make, so
yeah,
I made
it's so nice. I'm too used to picking things up, so I haven't been using it much. But I like that if you press it enough, it starts doing little flips.
Yeah, that's definitely intended.
Yeah, it's definitely not just
Definitely not just our co-routine kind of freaking out.
Quintirion's what you're gonna do. This doppelganger is pretty evil, I think. But two bright eyes are pointing at them. I don't think we should have two bright eyes.
It's that thing where you flip the pen between your fingers over and over again.
Exactly, yeah, spinning the pen.
I guess, does anybody have any questions actually about the new roles, about development or anything? While Luke is solving this case.
Oh.
Why did we decide to include teacher in the set? That is a good question.
Why teacher?
Yeah, Luke, why teacher?
I like the role. I think that's it really. It's just a nice role that we kind of got approved, and we needed an extra role to put in there. And I just thought the teacher was a fun one. It gives you information in a really interesting way that I think plays well. It's information that is just going to be useful to find where evils are, even if they're kind of locked up. So this kind of helps you in certain situations with some of the new content that we added. Plus, I think it's just a solid role in general. So that's kind of why it's in here.
Yeah, I think so. We had so we have a big list of test roles, and every so often we go through and we decide what test roles we're going to say this is definitely going in the game. Yeah, that was in. And we had this entire set, the 4 roles that stop investigations, as they're definitely going through we like them or not. And we also had the teacher, and so when I was looking, we were looking at a 5th role. Teacher was just a good role. We just liked it, and we didn't have a 5th one that did investigation stuff. And we could have tried to make a 5th one with it, but we kind of wanted an innocent, because we had a lot of underlings, and we had some meta, so we thought we kind of wanted an innocent. And I don't know if there's going to be that many innocents that can play with this mechanic as much, so teacher kind of worked. The exact meaning of travel agent must be alone. So the travel agent, if they're in play, there's no other role that blocks investigation also in play. The reason is that if there is another role that blocks investigation, they don't really do anything, because the last uninvestigated role will always be that role that you can investigate. Yeah, so they can be suspected, they just can't be also in play. So if you know there's a travel agent in play and there's also a wanderer on the suspect list, then the wanderer is not in play. You can know that for sure, and vice versa. It's just in play. So you can have several things suspected. Which actually, well, not really. Because the other thing is that the fugitive has to have another role that blocks investigation suspected. So you could theoretically have a fugitive with a travel agent and just have only one of the two be in play, and you know there's only one of the two in play. Which is actually kind of a weird niche thing.
I think 4 might be evil, gang.
Oh, actually, I will talk a little bit about the bugs that were discovered today.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had a couple of bugs in our Discord and a couple of bugs reported. Oh, I will say, anybody who has an old save file, like a save file from the previous set, it is likely that it will crash at some point, even if it doesn't crash on load. So it might just crash on load if you're middle for a case. So any case that had one of the previous temporary roles will crash, annoyingly. And it could crash even further down the line for weird reasons. I've had a bug report, which I think that's what happened. So I apologize for that. If you do have an old set and you don't want to risk it, you might just have to start a new game. I apologize. I should have probably thought of this before we released, but it's actually quite an annoying issue to fix, which is why I haven't fixed it yet. So I might get around to doing that. But the other bugs that we had today were travel agent. If they were the last role to be investigated, they wouldn't stop you from investigating them. That got found out very quickly. And that was due to the fact that when a role is investigated, there's this function that's called on every role that basically says, do you do something when a role is investigated? And the travel agent says, if there's only one role left, then block them. I blocked them. They can't be investigated. But
this is just so sorry. I'm just being the case, and yeah, it's really cool. Like it highlights what they're saying. Like points out they're pointing at the full guy.
Yeah, and if you do the serial killer, they'll show you who they killed. Yeah, in the session as well.
Very cool.
Just to make things a bit more clear.
Dead. You still need to maybe make it not say dead at the end, but I do like it.
Yes, we probably should change that from dead. Hello, very much Craft. Welcome.
Welcome. Well, we're going to be looking at some community role stuff. I'm just trying to get through a run of the new stuff. We've got one of the new roles in here, the Fugitive, and we've got the Wanderer in here too. It should be pretty good, but we have a Preacher, so all 4 of the traitors, or at least these 4, are out. Okay. For the next set, should we add a new traitor? This is something I want to ask Chad.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about new traitors? Because this time round we've added a bunch of underlings, but I guess what do you want to see from the next set? Because we haven't actually put it together yet, and so if you want to try and influence us, you could.
No, you have to give the illusion that we know what we're doing.
I mean, we do know what we're doing. We can put it together.
Stuff of streams sets very well how much we know what we're doing.
No. I mean, we got the list, but if they want to, I'd be interested to know if there's anything in particular they want to see.
We can claim that's because we're not streamers, right? But we are doing that, right?
A new traitor. Interesting. It sounds
a Word document? How dare you? It's an Excel document.
Actually, how dare you? It's not even Excel. It's Google Sheets.
Yeah, I was
guys.
going to say it's
Yeah,
on
God
Google
damn
Sheets
it.
because that's easier
Yeah,
to
it's on-
share.
it's online.
4 is the mailman. Well, I'll check that out. Never heard of a critic. Good to know.
Yeah, I think. What? We actually really need to go through our list again and make another like which ones do we want to promote into like our definite going into game. Because we're actually talking of which, I will say this. I don't know. I mean, you guys are probably aware, but we have a playtest that's you can sign up for. Which a lot of people have signed up for. Where I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of blown away by how many people sign up for it. It's very cool to see. I don't think I'm allowed to say what's going to be on the playtest, but it's coming soon, and I'm very excited for it. I'm also a little bit terrified.
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
it's not ready yet, and it's coming out soon, so you have to get it ready.
Have you actually? How far have you gotten with the stuff you're working on, Lydia?
About halfway through.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Very cool.
I will say yes. There's quite a few new roles in that playtest.
Oh yeah.
You will see some similar faces, or you will see familiar faces. I mean.
Yeah. What have we got here? Surrounding neighbor. Interesting.
I will break the game. I'm sure lots of people are going to break the game. I'm a little bit worried, actually. I'm also realizing that there's one thing that we really need to do kind of urgently for it, which is make a tutorial that we haven't done.
That's fine.
That's fine.
People don't need tutorials.
People don't need tutorials about the thing they've never played with. Definitely not. But yeah, so that should be coming out soon. I'm really excited to see what you guys think. I really hope you like it. I'm sure it's going to confuse a lot of people, but that's why it's there.
It's an idol or judge game, I think.
Do you think that an obscured ability role should have an obscured ability text? So this is actually something that I've seen a few people suggest or like report as bugs in bug report. That when you have an ability role that's obscured, when you click on them, the text at the top should also be obscured.
Oh.
And what do you think about that, Luke?
I think the judge is here. I'm going to arrest the empath on the grounds that I'm an empath hater.
You could just self-confirm them first.
No, this is more valuable to me. Okay. Judge game is yes.
Luke is too distracted to answer that question.
Sorry, my question. Yes, what was the question? My brain is too slow today.
So,
yeah.
do you think that when a role is obscured, the
ability text,
the ability text at the top when you press them to use the ability should also be obscured or not?
Ooh. I honestly could see a world where we do that. It's kind of fun. I don't hate it.
Interesting, because I know you've made me change the flavor text at the top, and sometimes your reason is so that obscured you can kind of figure it out.
But I think you can still do that because of the patterns that are there.
That's
like
true.
The patterns are what's important. As long as there's some way to trace it back, I think that's fine. But if it's too easy to read this, then I suppose you could.
I must admit, like with the cop, for example, I was initially thinking that at the top it should just say pick a role, so that like if it was obscured, it could be a vigilante, it could be a cop, it could be an empath, it could be a researcher. And Luke was the one who suggested that we should change it to befriend, which I wasn't, I didn't hate, which is why we did it. I think it has its, it's interesting. Depends what you want, but it's true that here, like you would still be able to figure out what that was if it was obscured. Or is there pick one role and then pick one role but spelled out? I should change that at some point. I think it's going to be standardized to pick one role with like the number 1, just because of localization.
That'd be fun.
Easier because pick 2 roles, so just a number.
That's unfortunate.
I just woke up. What was the lock drawing? Luke is drawing locks whenever a role can't be investigated.
Yes, I think that's probably the Wanderer or the Fugitive. Every time you investigate a role...
Actually, I have another question for you, Luke.
Yeah.
Actually, for you as well, chat. I want to know what you think. I know the person who suggested this is in chat, so I know what they're going to think.
Damn it.
But there's been two suggestions that I've seen. One of which is to have like a symbol when you're trying to investigate a door and it doesn't open. It like has a symbol over it that shows that it can't be investigated. The other idea is to have a lock as a keyword. Instead of saying I cannot be investigated, it would be like I am locked or something. And like, I lock an adjacent neighbor, or I lock a surrounding neighbor for like the landlord, for example. And lock would be a keyword.
I like that. I think a lock keyword would be good.
Chat seems to like both a lot. I like the lock keyword, actually. I do think that's a very good idea. It reminds me of another keyword for one of the other regions that is quite similar. I'm not as convinced about the symbol, mostly because the roles that can be investigated change over time. Sorry, so like if you arrest a landlord, then the role that's surrounding them can be investigated now, and it might be confusing to like either you have to remove all the locks when you arrest someone, or you have to like people just need to like investigate a door that has a lock on it, and that might be confusing. That would be my only concern about the lock symbol on the doors.
Huge.
The lock symbol could just pop up for a second, just so it isn't always revealed when a roll is unlocked, because it's funny. Sure, we could just have a lock symbol appear for a bit, just to be like, yeah, locked.
Would a sticker tool work? See, this is one thing we've been talking about. I don't know how we would make it work, but like maybe like some kind of stamping device, where it goes like ka-chunk, and then you have like maybe you could get some like roll ones, maybe you could get like one with a lock on it, but I don't know how I don't know how hard it would be to like, how would you select which stamp you've got? It seems kind of, that's like where the rub is for something like that, because you need a nice way to select what it's actually stamping. And I do think if a door is locked, maybe we should have a different sound effect. So when you try and investigate it, it goes like,
It goes like it's a little like lock click.
Yeah, something along those lines. I think it would be good, because in that way, it's not like you get some feedback that's like, oh, this isn't a bug. It is actually supposed to be like this.
I mean, you do have.
I do like the idea of a lock symbol coming up for like a second. When you try to arrest it, just because that is also a really clear way just to be like, it's not working for this reason.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind that. We had so there's a little like, currently if you try and investigate it and it's locked, it will like shake. So there's some feedback. That's not just this is just a bug. But I agree. I think something's a bit more clear, and especially if we have an audio cue as well, that'd be good. I do like that idea.
There's something. See, I don't know how we would do this. But I have a question that, like, do you think it would be a good idea to do this, right? Which would be, the suspect list, right? You've got all of the roles here. I had someone talking to me the other day about, like, maybe having some, like, almost, like, emoji kind of style, like, little symbols in line text for roles that, like, taint, or roles that like lie, and for roles that pretend, that like would go in the suspect list, so at a glance you could tell what roles are kind of adding certain types of mechanic. And like we could add one for like roles that lock as well. And do you think that kind of thing would be good for like quick glances? So like if somebody does have a door and they try and open it, and it's like a lock symbol, and they're like, what's going on? And then they look at the suspect list and they see like there's two roles, the fugitive and the wanderer in this case, that have a little lock symbol next to them, then maybe they could like, I guess, find information faster, like without having to read through the entire list.
Maybe.
Yeah, it would have to be on an option that you could turn off, I think, for sure.
Yeah. The only worry I would have is that it would kind of clutter that space.
Yes, I think
small.
Having it pop up maybe on the little like quick reference magnifying glass might be better than on the suspect list.
Yeah, I can see that.
because it's quite tight fit already on the suspect list with the names, and they already don't go all the way to the edge. So having extra symbols along with the icons might clutter it.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Oh man, every time I have evil gaze, I feel like there's like always like half of town surrounding the crime scene. Do you know what I mean?
Evil gaze is great. I like evil gaze. Evil graze. Evil graze is great. I love when my cows are evil.
It's you. Amazing. Was there a... There wasn't. Okay, cool. Okay. I got lucky. But hell yeah. Okay, we can. I'm just like, I'll happily play this as long as we want to chat, but we can move into role stuff as well if you want.
Well, I'll answer one more question. Is the suspect list sorted by date added into the game? Actually, kind of yes. So the suspect list is obviously it's like innocent, meddler, underlying traitor, right?
Mm-hmm.
But after that, it's sorted by its enum value, which is just an integer. Each row is a number basically in code, and it's just sorted by the number, and that number just goes up from when we add them. So kind of, it's also by default. If you go from the bottom up, that's the order of execution. That is not always true. So certain roles do things out of order, but by default, that is the order. Actually, this is a question because somebody suggested this a while back, and it's something I was going to do and never got around to. But do you guys think we should order the suspect list alphabetically? Like obviously innocent, meddler, underling, but then alphabetical ordering from that point onwards.
It'd be nice to have like a button of some sort, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Optional. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. I can see that being optional. The thing is that what somebody was asking you about design things. Oh yeah. One of the things that we do for design is we don't want, like personally, I don't want order of execution to ever be important to know. It should always be intuitive. Obviously, sometimes there might be things that like for example, there's certain things in the game currently that feel like bugs because of the order of execution of things, or that would do if they were differently ordered. I think the best one would be the artist saying I painted, I don't know, mailman when the role okay, sorry. Let's imagine a scenario where there's a poisoner pretending to be a mailman, but then the wannabe reveals that poisoner. But then the artist says that they were painted a mailman, but the poisoner is no longer pretending to be a mailman. That was a bug because of the order of execution of things before we swap things around so that the artists would only choose, basically, there was a bug there, things like that, right? Wife and mistress are now called the romantic and the Casanova.
Casanova, yeah. You can see the romantic right there. Let's get a nice confirmed chain all the way down.
But okay, I think obviously I'll let you finish this case, Luke, but I think after that, I think we can go into some community roles.
Sounds good to me.
I will say I didn't pick out that many. I kind of got a bit overrun with work today, so I kind of didn't have that much time to go through. But we still have a good dozen I went through, and I think I got a role from at least one role from everybody who suggested a role. At least I always try to get at least one role from everybody who's, especially new people. So that'd be nice. I want to know execution order for wiki reasons. Yeah, that's fair. I think it's fair to want to know the order of execution. What I can tell you is things have changed. Like the barkeep, I know the thing is we've got lots of steps as well now. We've added more steps than we had before. So before, for example, the barkeep would transform during the same step as when other roles would disguise. But that could cause some issues. So now, like, it'll be the first thing of that step, but it'll still be in that step. But now they transform during the generation of the case, which is before any of the roles have been, like, before they have really been created. They're just like placed, and then they do their things. But like the generation decides where they go, and it's during that phase that the barkeep creates a drunkard. Nowadays, it's kind of changed. I'm realizing this might not be that interesting to anybody who doesn't do development, but hopefully it's a little bit.
I think the teacher has done. This is a great example of like a teacher being really effective. Like in this case, I had the classic like drunkard barkeep situation of like trying to figure out which was which. In a game with like not a huge amount of information. Like thankfully, like the romantic was, and the skeptic and the surgeon were all kind of like clearing each other. So it kind of knocked out like a good part of where evil was. But like, the teacher here basically pointed to like both of these columns, right, and said that there was no evil in any of them. And I knew that there was only one liar left. So or that there were 2 liars, not 3, and I knew where both of my liars were. So it meant that this one had to have been the good liar, and this one the barkeep. But there you go. Let's jump into some chats.
While Luke gets the scene set up, I will say I'm a big fan of. I know you made the new art and creations showcase, but what you guys make is really, really cool. I must admit.
Oh,
I'm a big fan of
yeah.
all this art stuff that you guys are doing.
Yeah, there's some insane stuff in there.
Yeah.
There's an art and creations channel.
Haven't you seen it?
I don't think I have.
You should go check it. It's really, really cool.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Okay. All right, I'm ready to go to have a look at some new roles.
My goodness.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the new roles that we put out there. I think they are quite fun, and I think they're going to like they put you in some interesting positions. So I'm curious to see like what you guys think about them after like a handful of games. And yeah, for the next set, which is only what, like, it's quite soon, isn't it? When actually is it? It's
in 10, 11 days. Sorry, 10 or 11 days.
10 or 11 days based off time zone. Wow. Okay, so you've only got a little bit of time to play around with them. So
Yeah. This we've got. I know timings might seem a bit weird. Like why 11 days? The answer is there's a Steam event in 11 days.
yeah, it's complicated. We've got like weird timelines to follow, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Did you know there's a like Steam Social Deduction Fest coming up? That's going to be great. I can't wait for that. It's going to see all of the cool games coming out, and we're going to be in it. It's going to be cool. All right. So let's have a look at some community roles then, shall we? Where do we want to start today? Let's go over here. We are starting with the medium. It's an idea from, I'm going to say GV here instead of...
Okay, I will say, so I just put it out there.
Whoa.
Because of the social, the social Dupery, people have changed their names.
Oh, I see. So is it going to break everything?
Sometimes, I think for the most part, like I know when they've changed it, but like GV, I'm pretty sure it was called something else before. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Amazing.
So maybe the name is wrong, but I'm trying my best. It's hard when I don't know necessarily the name, and it's really hard to check. I can't see what they used to be called for some reason.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Well, GV, if you were a different name, that's what you are now. I'm looking forward to see it. Or if anyone has like a number in their name or like a role name, then I suspect it'll be in there.
Well, no. So I have like removed like if it's obviously a role name. The thing is, for a lot of people, I know them.
I didn't rename myself. There you go. See, look.
Oh,
GB
okay,
is
never
right
mind.
there.
Hell yeah.
Let's have a read through. So this is the medium ability. It's an innocent role that says, pick a dead role. I announce what they would have announced if they were still alive. If the selected role doesn't announce anything, I announce the spirit doesn't answer. If I'm lying or tainted, I always announce the spirit doesn't answer. Very cool. I like that role a lot, actually. We've seen quite a few like attempts at doing like medium-y kind of things. Like we've had like was it the fortune teller, and a few other bits and bobs that have come up like ages and ages ago. This is quite a fun take on this. I I like it a lot. It makes very good. I like the flavor of it, to be honest. Like I like the idea of saying like the spirit doesn't answer when the role isn't there. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I quite like this one. I think, I think we need some certain generation constraints, but that's the kind of thing we can do.
What kind of constraints for something like this?
Just like it needs to be in a case where roles can die. And honestly, probably where roles can die before they're investigated, because otherwise it's not necessarily as useful.
You could make this role. Hear me out. What if you made this role a meddler, and it starts with something like one role has a 50% chance to die at the very start of the game or something?
I could just kill a roll on like hour 2 or something.
Yeah, one roll starts dead, or one innocent roll starts dead, or something like that.
Guarantees that it can be used. Yeah, maybe. I don't hate that.
Because then it always has a use. And you can you could do something fun with it. Oh wait, you're right. Somebody says you could make the crime scene an actual role. So what if you pick a location, then it always gives you some random information. That sounds like a nightmare to program, but there's something there.
You choose the crime scene and it's like, you wouldn't stab me.
Yeah, you just get the last thing they say before they died.
Oh,
Yeah.
Clock Tower gives you clockmaker info.
Oh, that's kind of fun. I do like that, actually. That would be cool.
Is that a gut? Oh no.
If Conman Vigi used the ability on himself, he would just say justice came for me.
Wait. What about like we're veering off topic. First of all, I want to give my rating on this. I think this is a solid 4 for me. I like this a lot. I can see something like this being in the game. But to veer now off topic, what you could do is you could have a role that's like it picks a location and it gives you 2 addresses. One address interacts with that location specifically, and another is like doesn't. So you could select the crime scene and it will tell you like one of the syndicate members, or you could pick like a clockmaker and it will give you one of the like like a clock tower and it would give you like a clockmaker kind of thing. I'm not sure how useful that would be, but you could do something fun with that, I think, especially if you have more locations that roles interact with.
Crime scene becomes Weatherman Psychic.
Yeah, something like that. But I don't know. Your silence tells me maybe it's a bad idea.
No, it's mostly I'm trying to like imagine it. I think my biggest problem with it is that it's like this game is quite rules heavy. Like by that I mean like everything, there's a certain logic to everything and we keep that throughout. This seems very vague in comparison. Like what would it mean and how would this play in a very succinct way?
You could
so they know what
say
they're expecting.
Pick a location. I will tell you 2 roles. One has visited this location recently, another has not.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Like the crime scene to me, that doesn't mean
the crime
evil.
scene would point you to an evil role, because the person who killed the guy who died there.
Yeah, but that's still like very. That's not like what you've said in the description. That doesn't specifically say that from a purely mechanical point of view.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, it's close enough that I think most people would get it. Don't get me wrong, but you see what I mean? It's like it's not quite to the level of every other role. I think for the clock tower, it actually makes more sense because then you know that like clockmaker specifically says I add a clock tower. You know, sniper specifically says I add a clock tower. Like there's roles that specifically say that they add a clock tower, so you're like, okay, those roles have done things with clock tower.
Yeah, there's something in there, but yeah, I think it's chances. But
yeah, I think you could actually do it. I just think you would have to be very careful on like how you word it, so that it fits with the like mechanical and like descriptions of everything else.
Okay. Well, do you want to give a rating on this one, Matt, before we move on?
I think I agree with you. I think it's a 4. 4 out of 5. I like it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get like an angry Matt today, like in terms of the ratings? How evil are you feeling? Like how harsh?
You know what? I'll oscillate. You know, on some roles I'll just be really, really harsh for no reason, and on other roles I'll just ignore the biggest flaws. You know.
Yeah, that sounds stable. I like that.
Exactly.
Let's go to
Nobody can be mad at me because I'm not consistent.
You're just irrational.
Right, that's how it works.
Yeah, that's how that works. Yeah. Okay. This is the Knotter, and it is an underling by Dagda in the Discord forums. It reads, "The first time an evil role is arrested, other than myself, I kill them, and their real identity is not revealed. I lie and pretend to be a suspected role."
New member, new person. Very cool to see.
No loose ends. Oh, that's terrible.
I will say, this role would fit very well with another role that we have for another set that we could do.
True. I do like this role a lot. It is horrible though.
It's the thing I like it a lot about them is that they're very similar to another role we have, and they're just like mechanically. This is like a less harsh version of the other one, which would fit perfectly. So actually, like just for that reason, I really quite like them.
Okay, they're pretty cool. They basically turn random underlings into con men, which is neat. It's very scary.
Well, not really, because
they're kind of worse con men in a way because they lie.
Yeah, they would still lie,
and
they would. And you would know that like the Knotter was involved.
People are saying this could hide Recruiter at 11 out of 10. Wait.
I do like I actually think I agree. Let the Knotter kill themselves. I think I agree with that. It would be funny. And they only do it once anyway, so might as well.
Interesting.
This could hide Recruiter.
I like this a lot. Okay, perfect. I think this. I'm gonna give this roll a 5. I like this a lot. I can see this in the game.
Yeah, I think so. I think I would slightly modify it so that it can and will kill itself if you arrest them first. I just think it adds to like you don't know who you've arrested, especially on smaller cases where there's only maybe 2 underlings.
There's also like a paranoia factor that goes into like games with this in it.
Yeah.
Which I quite like.
Can a role be both dead and arrested? Yes. If you arrest an evil role and you shoot them with vigilante, they will die.
It's true. Pew pew pew. Okay. Let's
let more evil roles kill themselves for the bit. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, look, we got a command for G in the games I was playing just a second ago. You know, yeah, they took themselves out. Job done. All right, another GVE role. Let's have a look at this. The Journalist. It's an innocent role that reads, "When investigated, I announce your reputation status." Oh, that's just such a good self-confirm role.
It's nice, isn't it? It's a really simple one.
Wait, the flavor of that is so good too.
Yes, I know. That honestly is the reason I chose it. It's just because
I'm gonna give this a premium 5 because I'm shocked it's not in our list.
I'm kind of shocked. I mean, I may have missed it, but I'm kind of shocked no one else has suggested this as well. Actually, it is possible I missed it though.
What an amazing role! Very good. I mean, there's not much to talk about. And it's true. It's
actually,
just
that's
solid.
a good point. There's also interacts with the critic.
Yeah.
In a really nice way. Like I really like self-confirm roles that can be tricked into like almost not being self-confirm roles. So like this would be tricked with the critic and play.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I agree with Luke. I think this is a 5 from me. The thing is, we don't actually need that many self-confirm roles because they're not.
But it's nice to have diversity.
It's nice to have a bit of variety. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is just a really good one, so I'm all for it.
Yeah, and it's nice because it can go in most regions as well, not just the office.
Actually, well, only 2 out of 3.
Yeah, but that's still most.
Yeah, still pretty good.
All right. Let's keep going then. Let's see. This is The Insider by Existing Human. It's an innocent role that reads, I announce up to 2 not in play underling roles. If I'm lying or tainted, I will announce up to 2 in play underling roles. Interesting.
Yeah, this is just one that like is helps you by. I think this one's very good for really hard cases where you have a lot of suspects. I think this one's a bit weaker in like easier cases because you usually have a relatively good idea. But this can be like a very good. I think it's actually better. Well, I think it's slightly stronger than the mailman in the sense that like it's immediately telling you what you kind of care about. I think one of the problems with mailman is like the fact that there isn't, I don't know, a reporter in play. You might not care that much. But knowing that there's not like a poisoner in play or a barkeep in play could like change your world, and that could be really, really cool. Also, its lie condition is quite easy to test as soon as you got 1 or 2 arrests.
As I almost want to mark it as self-confirm for that reason.
Well, it's not self-confirm. You still have to like arrest someone. It still
I
gives you
suppose
information.
that's true.
It's about as self-confirm as any other information giving role.
Yeah, it says up to, so I assume the insider could say 1 or 2.
Yeah, I think the original one had a little bit more to it. But I think the reason it was up to is because like if there's only 1 not in play underling, then obviously it wouldn't say 2.
What if there's like there are some I've seen where it's like obviously only 1 suspect and it's like evil. What happens then for an insider game? Or maybe that's just a constraint.
Yeah, I think that would be a constraint. I think insider would have to have at least 1 not in play underling.
For it to appear. That makes sense.
Yeah. Actually, I think also in the original it could also do traitors and would prioritize traitors. I might be thinking of a different role though. There's a role that did that and I just simplified it down to underlings. Just because I wanted to be more succinct.
Okay, what do you think about this one? Any rate?
I think this is another 4 from me. I like this one a lot actually. It's almost a 5. I think the thing is, I think the only reason that I'm not going to give it a 5 is I think it is a bit niche in how useful it is. Like I think it's very useful in very niche situations and then not very useful in the rest. That's how I see it. We have good math.
Okay. I think the insider it's a very fun role from a paranoid perspective because like like the mathematician, it gives you some quite important information that it's very easy to build worlds around. Like you start this up, the insider says like I know the the barkeep and the con men are out of town, and you're like, amazing. Those guys aren't here, perfect. And then you arrest someone and it's the drunkard, and you're like, you lied to me, insider, you lied. But I think, I don't know, I like it for that reason, so I'm gonna give it, I'll give it a 4 too, I think.
Merman's cousin in terms of mechanics. Also, the Fall Guy is out of town would be great.
Oh, also, that would be so funny.
I love that, but also I think it's actually oddly enough something that could currently, this is something we could change, but currently if a role is referencing a Fall Guy as an underling, they're definitely in play. Does that make sense? They can't not be in play because anything that checks not in play will kind of consider. Well, it's weird. I don't know how to put this, but like, to be fair, there's nothing that checks like for. Okay. There's nothing that really interacts with this, even though we should probably change it. But like, a partner. Wait, no. I'm trying to. You know what? Never mind. I'm losing my thought. Just move on before I say nothing.
Okay. Sure.
But basically, the Fall Guy needs to be created to be considered an underling.
Oh yeah. I see what you mean.
So they kind of if they're only on the suspect list, they're not created on the suspect list, which means that they're not considered an underling on the suspect list. But equally, I do often.
That's very easy to fix.
Yeah. The thing is that there's nothing that interacts with this in the game. It's just like if someone says I'll announce an in-player underling, they will just never. Sorry, not in-player underling. They'll just never announce the full guy.
And kind of, but not intentionally.
Yeah, not intentionally. Just happens to be that way at the moment.
Yeah. Which for now is fine, but we'll probably change it.
Yeah.
This is an idea from DJ in the Discord forums. It is a meta role called Guardian, which reads, when I'm in play, I'm always adjacent to a youngster. Whenever the youngster would be targeted by another responsibility, I am targeted instead. Interesting. So
this one is interesting because I actually just copy pasted the wording of it because I was going to change it to be more in line, but then I realized that wasn't sure how to interpret it. I think what they mean by a youngster is any role appearing to be a youngster, and then whenever the youngster would be targeted would be like the role they've chosen they're adjacent to. That's how I've read it.
Yeah, you might have to specify I'm always adjacent to a role with the youngster's appearance. Whenever that youngster would be targeted by another role ability, I'm targeted instead. Something like that.
What's the line tainted condition? I don't know if they provided one.
I'm guessing it just does nothing and the youngster is still targeted.
Let me see. Maybe they did and I didn't add it.
That's interesting though.
This was DJ. When I am blind or tainted, I am never targeted instead. So that if you try and target a youngster, you do target the youngster. Are you telling me that the kid's guardian has been fooled by the syndicate and is now taking bullets for evil? Yes. Yeah, what do you think of this one, Luke? I think we might have lost Luke.
Yeah, you did. Sorry, somebody said hydrate, and I realised I didn't have water, so I went and got some. I can hear you nice. Though. I can hear you though. Yeah. What do I think about this? This one's going to be tricky. I want to see this tested. It could have legs, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm going to give this a 3. I'd be interested to experiment with something like this, although I feel like you'd need to probably rewrite it so that it's slightly clearer exactly what you're trying to do with it. Because it's a bit too ambiguous, but like the spirit of it I think is pretty fun. So that's why I'm giving it a 3. I think it's nice.
Luke, you have...
I think you're being drowned.
Wait. I'm going to also get myself some water so I can help you. I'll be back in a second.
We need to split this amongst all of us. So like it's 2 sips each, right? Wow, I'm so hydrated. Thanks, chat.
I'm under the water.
No!
Somebody help me.
They're still going.
Oh no!
Thanks, guys.
Oh my god!
Look.
When I went to get a glass of water, I didn't need everybody.
We'll build a well.
Okay, I'm gonna take another sip, I guess.
Luke, what this is telling me is that people in our channel have too many channel points. We need to gamble more.
We need more things to spend channel points on. It's the real thing.
Exactly. Yeah, gambling, obviously.
We need something that's like 10k points to reveal one of the icons for the next set or something like that.
I don't think 10k is enough for that, Luke.
You don't?
Not to be fair, actually. People are on 6k apparently.
All right.
People have been watching for that. I know I've been watching for a while.
Yeah. I feel like that's very reasonable. 10k. Anyway, XLO89 is back with another role. It's the Ghost, an underling. I obscure 2 roles surrounding the crime scene. I lie and pretend to be a suspected role. I quite like that one. It's a pretty simple interpretation of it. It's Spectre at home, but it's doubled up. But it involves a location. Kind of can't hate it really. I like it a lot. If it's tainted, I obscure no one. Makes sense. I'm gonna give this a solid 4. I can see it.
Yeah, you know what? I think that I got people. We can't drink this fast.
No, do you know what? I'll take another drink. How about that?
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this one. It is quite moving.
Thanks,
Like, too obscure is quite harsh. But
what do you
I
mean?
think I agree with you. I think a 4 is good.
I think 2 obscures is fine, but I'm an enjoyer. But
Yeah, you have
here's what I'll say. What the ghost could be a fun thing for, especially because we have like, so in other regions, like there are certain like roles that kind of work regardless, and so they can appear in other places. But what would be nice is to have something like this be an alternative to like the Spectre appearing in another region. Do you know what I mean? Like, if there was a place where the Spectre could be, but like we could just make it so that they can't be and replace it with something like the ghost. Do you know what I mean?
Actually, this would work quite well in the docks, and replace crime scene with docks. I think you have quite a good role actually.
Yeah, you could call it the the fog man. I don't know.
No, I think the ghost works for docks.
The ghost. Oh, it's
The
spooky
classic
ghost on the water.
ocean creature, the Fogman.
Hey, listen, I'm sure if you go on the like SCP website and type the Fogman, you will find many articles.
The drowned works quite well.
Wait, the drowned. Yeah, I like that.
We should definitely have a role called the drowned in the docks. That's.
Isn't that a thing from The Witcher?
Probably.
Probably. Would work well for the mana.
It's also just a Minecraft mob. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, yes, true. The drowned. I just like in my head I heard the drowned like growl noise sound effect.
That's just all the water you've been drinking. Don't
That's true. Actually, chat is trying to do that to me actively. We're getting there. Okay. Did we rate this? I think I did. Did you?
Yeah, I think we both said 4.
4. Nice. Bam. It's the Deputy, a role by Felix. Have we had a Felix role before? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think this is a new one.
I've seen him around in Dupery, which has been going strong. I think they're 3 games in now. I don't know if the 4th one started yet. If they have, it probably means I need to sort that out. We've been doing things a bit manual, like putting people into groups and things. If people don't know, Dupery is people have made the antisocial deduction game into a social deduction game again, and they're playing that together. And it's been fun to kind of watch and spectate from a distance. It's been neat. I played in the first game; it was chaos, and now I'll probably join in again once the formula's been refined by the community and just see how crazy it is.
Yeah, I need to try one as well. I think I've been somewhat watching from the side.
You should join in the next game then. I'll peer pressure you into it.
You're peer pressure.
No, you don't have to. Maybe you can join next time I join, and then we'll be pitted against each other. All right, let's read this role. I start investigated. Ability: pick a role. I investigate them, taking 1 hour, and force them to be truthful. Pick a role. I investigate them, taking 1 hour.
I think actually this role should. I mean, I think I'm the one who did this, but the lying condition should be in the main description. Because I quite like that.
If I'm tainted or lying, the selected role will always lie instead.
Like it's a direct check on them.
Oh, wait, so basically, if you pick someone and they're evil, then they are tainted.
No. So if the deputy is not tainted, and you pick like a mobster, instead of the mobster lying to you, they'll just tell the truth.
Yeah.
Like, it will ignore the fact that they usually lie.
Yeah.
If the deputy is lying, and you pick a mobster, then they just lie. It wouldn't actually change anything. But if you picked a normal role, they would lie instead of telling you the truth.
Weird. I don't hate it though.
Yeah, it's interesting. It gives you, if you trust them, it gives you a guaranteed truth, but removes like finding the people who lie is kind of is how a lot of people find the evil guys. So it kind of removes that because you're losing that lie. But equally, you get some good, you get some guaranteed good info if you can trust them.
This is, I think, quite a fun role. I can see this being a gold mine of bug reports.
Oh, absolutely.
Being like, why did this person lie? They're good. But yeah, it creates really strange worlds and lets you leverage things to get like contrapositive info and do all kinds of weird things like that. So I like it. I'm gonna give this a 4.
Yeah, I think. Ooh, do I? Is this where I flip flop and become mean, Matt? You know.
Okay, yeah. Do it.
No, I think I might still give this a 4. The only reason I'm like, for me it's a bit lower just because of what you're saying. Like this would just be confusing, especially to a new player. I mean, things like the good cop and bad cop have also caused a lot of bug reports. Because they're also a bit confusing. And I feel like it's a bit of the same issue where it's like it's not immediately obvious what this necessarily means if you're not used to the keywords in the game and to the game, which I think is fine, to be fair, but we're going to have roles like that. But if we had this, it would be a role that I would like introduce to late game kind of thing. Like once you've played a bit, is then you might start seeing them kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. It's also interesting. It breaks the pattern of ability rolls not costing time, and I think that is very mean. I don't think it's necessarily like something that we should never do, but it's mean in that because people aren't expecting it. I can see people losing games because they try and use the deputy, and then like the judge goes off because they forget that it progresses time.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So it's an interesting one, but yeah, maybe a 3
Wait,
for
if
me then.
this-
I don't know. Maybe
If this is a bounty hunter, what would happen? That's a good question. Because the problem is that, like, yeah, that doesn't really work.
Well, this is what I would say for a role like this. It shouldn't be pick a role. It should be pick an uninvestigated role.
Yeah, but even that still doesn't work. Why if you pick an uninvestigated bounty hunter? They've already tainted someone if they're truthful, and they've already not tainted someone if they're lying. You see what the problem is?
Okay, tricky. Okay. Well, I think that's fine actually. What would happen is just that it would still do what it normally does, and then its announcement would be what happens.
Yeah, but I guess, but what? But it I think that would, I mean, I don't know. I feel
It's
like it would
horrible,
just confuse a
but
lot of people.
Oh, 100%. But that's what it would do in the situation, right? Like if it's lying and it makes them lie, it would give you 2 addresses that are not like the ones that it tainted. Which would be crazy stuff. But I guess you do have the benefit of knowing that you actively picked the bounty hunter.
I mean, once you investigate them, right? Well, it's true. The thing is that bounty hunter now does kind of. So the light condition of a bounty hunter is that they always pick non-innocent roles. So if you saw that you had 2 non-innocent, like if you like made them lie, that they would have picked 2 non-innocent roles. Honestly, the other way around is more confusing because they pick their target, but if they don't have a target because they were lying before, like who do they pick? But I think this actually is also a problem with other roles. You know, like what if you pick a surgeon, or I don't know, a surgeon? What would be another word? Like what if you pick a wannabe? What's the lying wannabe? You know, there's just some amount of like problems you might. So yeah, I don't know.
Tricky. Okay, I'm gonna give you quickly 2, I think, meddler ideas, and you can rapid fire tell me if you think they're good or bad. Okay.
Okay, go on, Nick.
First idea. Okay, it's a meddler role that has an ability, and it says pick an uninvestigated role. I investigate them for you. I pass time by 0 to 4 hours. Thoughts on that one?
Eh.
Okay.
I don't really see the point of them. They don't do anything.
That's fair. All right. Well, the second one I'll hold on to. I can't actually remember what it was.
I've
That's so
scared
tragic.
you. I've scared you.
No, I can't remember what it was. I had it earlier. It was good.
You see, the problem is, chat, is that with Luke, I'm always mean, Matt. You know, I'm
It's
very
true,
critical.
but I mean, it's fair because you have to be. You have to be mean to me. Okay, well, let's go back. I think it's another GV roll, right?
I don't know.
Bam. It is a traitor roll, the Chessmaster. First traitor of the day. And it reads, I obscure every roll with an odd address. I reveal every roll with an even address. I do not reveal myself. I lie and pretend to be a suspected not in play roll. This is funny because we have a roll very much like this. It's much weirder though. The traffic warden, I think it was called.
Oh, traffic warden. Yeah, okay, that is quite weird.
That one was so weird. But it's similar vibes.
This one, I first read it and was like, I felt it'd be really easy. Then I kind of thought about it and I was like, actually, this could be really hard. And then I don't know. I keep flip-flopping between, is this like super? This is either really fun or terrible, and I'm not sure which one it is. Yeah, it's a very loud traitor. You would know immediately.
Yeah, for sure.
Preacher cries was this traitor. Yeah, indeed.
True.
I don't know. What are your thoughts with it, Luke?
It is true that it's a loud traitor, and that does like make them slightly less strong when they're doing something passive like this. But I feel like this could be a fun one. I don't hate them. What do you think?
The thing is, so yeah, my initial thoughts is kind of what people were saying in chat. Is that, like, you get half the board for free, and obscuring is not that bad if you know what you're doing. Often the case. So you kind of like you get a lot of the upside with not very much of the downside. The problem happens, in my opinion, when like you introduce a wannabe in there on an even address or something, and then suddenly it's like you can easily get fooled. And secondly, they don't reveal themselves, so if they're on an even address, you might just trust them blindly. So there's a bit of like stuff there that's a bit weird. I could make it even more mean by making them not lie. That would be awful.
Hear me out. The Chessmaster, but they're an underling and they don't pretend. Could be
maybe, but
really
I don't know.
bad.
It's such a big effect for an underling, you know.
True. I don't know.
And that's the thing. This is why, like, I can't tell if this is just kind of super easy and wouldn't be that interesting, or if this is could make things super interesting because it would just completely change how you're solving the case. Like,
I think I agree with you. Like, I really don't
one
know.
of those two things. It's either a 5 or a 0. You know, it's like I'm not sure though.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna play it safe and put it as a 3, halfway between the two, because I'm also on the fence. I don't know. It could be very fun, or it might just be a bit weird. I'm not sure.
It sounds incredibly high variance as to whether or not the outcome is fun.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it could be really good, or it could be bad, but like, it's hard to tell. Yeah. I didn't even know 0 was an option. I don't think a roll has received 0. I guess some rolls have gotten like DNF.
I guess that's true. I think I don't know. The thing is, one of the things I like about this roll is the fact that if it works in the way that I could imagine it working, it completely changes how you solve the case in a way. Yeah. That I kind of like a lot, which is why I kind of like it. On the other hand, it might change it in a way that's just less fun. So I think I'll also give it. I'll give it a 3. Actually, you know what? I'm going to be inconsistent. I'm going to give it a 4. You know, just to give that
4.
Consistent. Yeah.
Okay.
A low 4.
I
kind of, the thing is, I kind of want to make them just to see if they're terrible or not, or if they're good.
Okay. I'll adjust to be a 2 to offset your kindness.
No, should I make it?
But it's a high 2.
Okay. Well, low 4, high 2. There you go.
A quirk amongst the roles. CubeX says, cheers. The drunkard will now taint an innocent surrounding neighbour if possible. You know what? I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. It's fun.
I like the flavor of this one as well.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Haters will hate it, but I think this one's amazing.
I love it. Make the drunkard piss me off more. Yep, exactly. Yeah, this one's definitely a really hard quirk. I wouldn't like. It's one of those quirks where I just feel like most people are just always going to avoid if they have the option.
Yeah. Well, I do like it. It feels like a great... Oh, actually, I don't know. Never mind. Ignore what I was saying. It's too early for that.
I will say, this can actually... Almost in a way, it could theoretically make the drunkard easier in the sense that if you see two people lying beside each other, you kind of know that one of them is a drunkard. If you know there's a drunkard in play. On the other hand, I think this would mostly make it much harder. Just because it's so hard, I'm going to have to give it a 3. You know, as much as I like it and I like the flavor a lot, and like I kind of like the idea, I think it's one of those ones that you're just never going to pick. And so for that reason, I feel like I have to give it a slightly lower rating.
I feel like in the future, sometimes you won't have a choice, and for that reason, I'm going to put it as a 5.
I feel like that makes it worse.
Max
World players hate this new quirk. Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Let's go to the auditor. It's an underling that says abilities cannot be used, and the clock tower will not ring while I am alive and not arrested. When I'm arrested or killed, the clock tower rings if I had previously stopped it doing so. I do like this one. The auditor.
Yeah, I have a suggestion for you, because this one was one of the roles that I think might benefit from being slightly simplified. Like, I kind of like both things it does. Like, abilities can't be used and clock tower won't ring.
Yeah.
But I kind of wish that it was like those were 2 separate roles. Like, this would just be abilities cannot be used until while I'm alive and not arrested. And then we could have another role that just stops the clock tower from ringing.
I think I kind of like them both being bundled together. That makes them quite a nice underling. I think it's quite fun. CCDD, obviously this is their idea. I didn't read that out loud, so I'll do that now. So is this roll line pretend? I'm going to assume that it does line pretend. I'm also going to assume that it makes the clock tower suspected, because that's generally what I would.
Let me try and find. I don't. It might have not been like sometimes people don't put it down. I don't know. I'm just going to check. Yeah, it wasn't like said explicitly, but I assume it was just like thought it would be. I assume it is.
You could do something fun with this. I think abilities cannot be used. It'd be nice if abilities can be used again once the auditor's been arrested, because I think that would change the way that you play and that'll make it kind of interesting.
Yeah, well, it does say while I'm alive and not arrested, right? So you could use abilities afterwards.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I just want to simplify it down to just be the ability part, to be honest. I don't know. I really like the ability part a lot. And I think with the clock tower, it kind of restricts it in a way that I don't think is necessary. I still like it a lot, though. I mean, this is easily a 4 for me.
I think I'll match that with a 4. It's a fun one. Okay, let's have a look at the next one.
the bug reports as to why clock tower would never be due to the truth of clockmaker is going to skyrocket.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, Apprentice. It's a meddler roll by Sequest, and it reads... Is it Sequest or is it Sequest? I think it's Sequest, right? Like, 2 orders, I think. That's not what that means. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Apprentice. I pretend to be a suspected role with an ability. I pretend the accountant is in play. Amazing. This is a very funny role. I love this so much. That is an amazing meddler. I've got to give it a 5. It's so cool. It's so annoying.
So I will say I did slightly modify them.
It's
in
got
order
to
to hear what they
say
usually were.
yes, but first, the accountant has to be suspected for the apprentice to be here, right?
Yeah, sure, I'm up for that.
Okay, cool. But I love this role. What was it trying to say initially?
So initially it said, I'll read it out as it was.
Yeah.
I pretend to be a suspected role with an ability. I
Mhm.
pretend the accountant is in play.
Mhm.
After my ability is used, I taint the accountant.
Oh.
The reason I slightly changed it is because I pretend the accountant is in play doesn't make sense if the accountant is indeed in play. Like, how can you taint the accountant if you're like, then you're not pretending that the accountant is in play? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I agree with chat. If the accountant is in play, it would be more funny if
it uses the ability normally.
its ability normally.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Like the apprentice, the accountant ignores me, you know, or something like that.
Yeah, I pretend to be a suspected role with an ability. If the I pretend the accountant is in play. If they're not, if they are, I use the ability normally. I ignore the effect or something.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I think this is very funny. I think this is a.
With that change, I put it as a 5. I can see that in the game. I love that. Great metal.
I can see this in the game.
It's
yeah,
just gaslighting people. That's so good.
it is just a gaslighting role. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you'd have the accountant always suspected, so that like
It
you
just
wouldn't know.
messes with
Yeah,
people.
that's good. This would also be a bug report farm, just letting you know that.
No, because like when you make the mistake and you rest them, you read the roll. Like I feel like that's not so bad.
You say that, but I get quite a few bug reports from my accountant. Not that many actually, but I do get like top 5 most common like bug reports. I would say.
Okay. How are we doing on time, Matt? Do you need to grab food, or should we do some more rolls?
I can keep going for a bit.
Okay.
I do need to grab food eventually, but I'm okay for now.
Let's see.
Why is the stalker not doing anything? Yep, yeah, you remember
Right.
that, Lee?
I'll break into the second pack. Break into the. Leave me alone. Okay. Let's go over here. On the 12th hour, I kill an underling or traitor role. It's the soldier from Adrenaline Gamer 7. Ooh. I have some thoughts on this.
I will say, I did. This one was suggested very vaguely. It was just like a surgeon, but kills an underling or traitor.
Oh, wait.
So I was like, you know what, 12th hour, yeah.
Yeah, I could see this as a meddler that pretends to be a killing role or something.
Could pretend to be a surgeon.
Because that is definitely going to confuse people.
I'm surprised people think this is a meddler. Because it just kills it. I mean, it just helps you out in the case. Like, it kills an underling or traitor.
Yeah, but like, there are so many roles that kill around those times, and it normally is a way of confirming good roles. And it doesn't really do anything.
True. It's true, don't give any info. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I can see that, to be fair.
But it's also weird that, because, like, this is a role where, like, if it's in play, you can just, like, end cases, and you can just be confused. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It immediately ends, and then you're like, what happened?
I think you're right. Maybe it should be I might rather than I kill, like
I
the
think
surgeon.
It would be cool to say on the 12th hour I kill an underling or traitor role, unless that would solve the case.
Yeah.
I lie and pretend, and it's
you
a
want
meddler.
them to lie and pretend,
and it's a meddler.
I kind of want them not to lie and pretend. You know, I just kind of just want them to pretend to just like. I almost want them to be always with the surgeon.
Okay, yeah. I pretend to be the surgeon. Sure, I can see that.
But not even necessarily I pretend to be the surgeon. Just like you see a soldier, you see a surgeon, you get killed on the 12th hour, and you're like, was that the surgeon killing, or was that the soldier killing? You know? Or like you get 2 kills, and you're like, which one was the innocent, which one was the underling? I have no idea.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, if it's not the last unarrested evil role or alive evil role, yeah. If I'm lying, I'm just the surgeon. Lol.
If it pretends to be the surgeon, though, wouldn't it also do the surgeon's ability as the problem? Or does it say something like, I appear with the surgeon's appearance or something?
What do you mean? Sorry. Oh, when they're arrested.
Yeah. Well, no, just like when you investigate them.
I just think they should be the soldier.
Okay.
Because you wouldn't know which one killed which.
Hmm.
Because they both kill at the same time.
If we're
They
making
don't
them,
have any positional thing.
I feel like we'd want to. Okay, but like, I guess the thing is that like, yeah, we'd probably change the flavor of it, make it like the nurse or something. But the real question is like, if you can tell that it's here, does that not undermine its meddler status? I guess not.
Not really. This is why, like, I think it does if it's on its own, but if it's with the surgeon, you can never be sure which one killed unless you already knew that what the role was.
Okay. Medic.
So I don't think they should pretend. I think they should just straight up be a meddler, but have the like, I'm always suspected with the surgeon, or like I'm always in play with the surgeon or something.
Yeah.
Or I'm play the surgeons in play. Also, to answer your question, Dark, the romantic is identical to it's the same role. The name is the only thing that's changed. Actually, technically, the con man can now pretend to be the romantic, but that was going to be the case regardless. So I mean, the romantic has not changed in the slightest.
Yeah.
Same with the Casanova. They're identical.
With our like changes of making it into a meddler and adding the clause about it not ending the case, I'll put that as 5. I like that a lot.
Interesting. Okay. I still give that a 4, but I'm high 4. A high 4.
High 4. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. The comment not being able to be romantic was just a weird quirk from before, like when the wife, in the initial implementation of the wife was very different, and it didn't make sense for the comment to be able to be the wife. Like, it just made things really weird. There was a weird like loop of what would take precedent, because the wife would change alignment depending on their partner. So the comment not lying would change alignment depending on the partner, and that would just be weird. So we just decided, comment can't be wife. But now that we changed wife and then we never changed that, but there's no reason for it to not be the case nowadays.
Okay. One last roll for today then. Do you want to open a poll, Matt, and go 1 to 5, and we'll let people choose which one they get?
Do you want this to be a vote so people can get what we're going to
No, don't put money on it.
Okay.
Let people choose.
What's the next roll?
I could put the names on there. Actually, no. Just let it be numbers. Otherwise, people will just,
What's the roll name? What's it called?
Oh no! Just say like 1 to 5, because otherwise people will just pick like ones that they kind of know. Do you know what I mean? Unless that's
but I'm asking like, what role are you saying? Like, what's the next role that we're saying?
The final role. What should we go for?
Yeah. What are they called, Luke?
I don't know yet. That's what we're picking.
Should I put? But I need to. Okay, well, tell me when to put the poll up.
I think there are 5 roles.
Yeah, there are 5 roles.
I'm confused. What?
There are 5 roles.
I'm so lost.
Okay, Matt. There are 5 roles remaining. So from 1 to 5, they pick the index of the thing that we were going to choose to be the last role.
Oh, I see. Okay, got there. I thought you were asking people to like rate the next role that was the last one.
No.
From 1 to 5, right?
Okay. How long have we got? Will we hit the associate? Let's find out. Gonna go People love 4.
Matt is drunk. Well, you guys made me drink so much. You know, what did you expect was gonna happen? Actually,
Disproportionate number on 4. Hydrate. Okay, I'll finish off my water.
Well, it seems pretty set.
It could change, man.
Before.
It could change.
It could. I feel like it's unlikely to change.
Any second now, it could shift. Okay.
Well,
I suppose once
prepared,
that's
yeah.
I'll get 4 prepared. Is there I guess anything we wanna 4 please? Okay, let's get the do you know what? I guess we'll call it early. I don't think it's changing.
You know what? If it changed, no, I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. Keep going.
Okay. It is. You've selected this role, which I swear we've seen, but it's probably just the same name from somebody else.
Oh, it might be. Yeah, there's names repeats.
Okay. It was Exilado 89 Scapegoat Underling, which reads: other good roles will consider all other evil roles as good until I'm arrested or killed. I'm surrounding the crime scene.
I think this should be a traitor.
Other good roles will consider.
This is horrible.
Other evil roles as good. Yeah, that's like game destroying, I think.
Yeah. This seems extremely difficult.
Because like if you investigate everybody, then like even if you arrest them, that's like the board ruined, right? Yeah. That's at least a traitor for me.
Yeah. Honestly, I think this would just break too many things. Like Weatherman. Oh, actually a good point. Weatherman's classification, not alignment. But it would be like reporter. I guess would point towards the scapegoat. I also assume. Actually, is the fact that they don't pretend desired, or did I miss that?
I'm guessing.
I'm actually not sure on this one. Let me go find it.
Maybe it is desired. I could see it.
I mean, maybe? I'm not sure. It doesn't say. And other roles that they suggested do usually say it, so maybe it is.
Yeah, I think it to me it feels like
maybe
a
that's
role.
why it's an underling and not a traitor, because it doesn't hide.
Yeah, no disguise makes that a lot more reasonable.
Mm.
It's still potentially a devastating underling. I like it though. Definitely is one of those roles that has that paranoia factor of whether or not it's, investigated. But if you find it early and take it out, then I think that it's not so bad.
Do you want to know little trivia about Scapegoat? What I find quite funny about the name Scapegoat.
Go
on. So we obviously, have a localization team that's localized the game into various languages.
Oh yeah.
And I get bug reports in various languages. Usually it's English, because most people who send bug reports are English or write in English at the very least. But I do sometimes get, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, whatever. I'm pretty sure in Chinese, when I translate it through just a simple translator, Google Translate or something, the full guy always translates as a scapegoat.
Yeah, this is something that I very much wonder about, and the chaos of it, I imagine is only going to compound over time. But how the localization team are going to cope with us adding an extra 150 roles and then them having to localize not only around that, but finding good words in the correct language, but then also remembering what they've already translated the pre-existing roles into. If that makes sense.
I mean, we need to remember what roles we've made as well, so I think...
True, but like if we add the scapegoat now, like what do they call the fall guy? Is it still the scapegoat, or is it a different like synonym?
I mean, the problem, I think the big problem is that there can be several words that have very similar meanings in English that don't necessarily have that many words in other languages, or it's going to be very hard to get the same meanings in other languages. So I don't know, but I mean that's their job, you know. They need to not only translate the meaning, but also like the flavor and they can like change things around, so you might get different meanings, but to keep a similar like vibe. I know that can be done in various languages and stuff when you localize. It's kind of the job of a localization of a translator.
Yeah, or they could just call it the Goatscape. That would be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I like it a lot. They said that GV said the one who made the role said scapegoat doesn't pretend on the post where they suggested it. Okay, cool.
Nice.
I like it then. What would you give this role if it follows those constraints? I think it's actually, if it didn't have that crime scene thing, it'd be really, really horrible. But the fact that it doesn't pretend and that it's positionally constrained makes this very much something that could exist. So what do you think? Well,
the problem I have with it, I think, is one, this would confuse so many people. Oh my. Like this would overtake the Fall Guy in the number of bug reports. I'm almost certain of it. I think this could very easily lead to some really weird bugs. Actually, maybe it's hard to say because they still perceive it as evil. But like if you go into a case where nobody is perceived as evil, lots of roles will just break. I'm almost certain of it because it's just not expecting that. On the other hand, I think concept-wise I quite like it. I'm going to give it a 4, but it's kind of this is for me a perfect role for I think this would be perfect if somebody modded it, but I'm not sure we could add it ourselves, if you see what I mean. Like I kind of want to see it in there, but I don't think we could have it officially there because I think it would just be too confusing for a too large portion of the player base.
Yeah, I could see that. I'll give it a 3 for the same kind of reasoning.
I wonder if there was any subliminal messaging that made you choose 4.
Wait a minute. Real. I like that. Huh. Well, I guess
it's true. Serial killer could team kill. It's true that this does lead to a lot of kind of cool interactions, though. It doesn't bode well for roll 1.
True. Well, okay. Yeah, I'll give it 3. Similar reasons. I think the scapegoat is an interesting one. I wonder... It has some of the problems that the sniper kind of has, in that, because it's very much a role that, incentivizes you to solve things in particular ways. I wonder, is it fun to have to begin always around the crime scene, or is it just an extra task that you have to do?
I don't think you necessarily have to. The thing is, for me, I like roles that give you reasons to investigate in a different order than just a random order, or just 1 to 10 or whatever. I actually think the sniper forcing you to investigate things away from the crime scene first is a really good thing, because it's like an extra thing. And actually, I quite like with a scapegoat. Imagine you have a scapegoat and a sniper. It's do you investigate this crime scene first to get the scapegoat, or do you investigate the roles around, away from the crime scene to get the sniper stuff first? You have decisions there, which I think is really quite important for a game like this, to have decisions to make on what order you investigate things in. So for that, I mean, I think that's a good thing.
You make a good point. I think that's actually, I like that. It gives you some choices. Choice is good. Okay, well, we'll probably we have some more here, but I'll probably call it here because I've run out of water again and I'm hungry. So
you made us hydrate too quickly.
But yeah, Yeah, Fall Guy being seen as good as fun. Oh, that's so much chaos. Hydrate.
That's true.
I've run out. I can't hydrate anymore. Somebody else is going to have to do it.
I've run out too.
Before we all disappear, Lydia, do you have any messages for anyone?
I don't think so.
That sounds ominous.
Oh, actually, the crochet person. The person who I don't know the name off the top of my head.
Oh, Kitty, yeah, Kitty.
Oh, is it Kitty? Yeah. Oh, you're awesome. That's sick. That's awesome. What you're doing. I just think it's really cool.
It is very, very cool. I do love them. I think you should put the old ones that you did before the channel, like the recruiter and the skeptic,
for sure.
in there.
I've wanted to get into that forever, and I could never. It just doesn't compute with my brain, and I'm so impressed when other people can do it. The fact that you can just figure it out and make your own pattern, that's so cool.
I do wonder how long it takes to do that kind of thing. Sounds crazy. I can send those ones here too. Oh, so cool. Man, yeah, it's really neat to see. Yeah. I love seeing all this stuff. If you haven't seen it already, there's a new channel. We added a few bits and pieces to the Discord in the last few days, like with the social deduction stuff, which feels old, but it's really actually still kind of new. The older stuff in here is like less than a week old, and then the kind of art Discord. Dupery Art and Creations Showcase channel, which is beneath the Dupery discussion stuff, and that's got like a bunch of super cool stuff in here, like a bunch of people's like roll art and Kitty's really cool. Is it crocheting? Or is it just straight up like knitting? Like what's the?
I think it's crocheting.
It's crocheting, right? Crocheting is like thicker stuff. It looks really cool. I mean, I love to see them every time they come through. So it's nice to have like a nice place where it's all collected. I can go and browse through it. Very neat. I'm also seeing like in the general RSV Dark's favorite ability is the Vigilante, and they've used it 32 times. And based.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I will say, RSV Dark, you were completely correct. One of the bugs that we had today was if your favorite ability was the good cop, it would crash when you open the stats menu. It doesn't exist anymore.
Amazing.
So that's why it wasn't happening to me or to like it was inconsistent.
Interesting. Okay. That's a funny bug.
Will we review roles you didn't review today later? Possibly. If you really want a role to be reviewed, and that we haven't done it, and it's older than a week old by next stream, so like it was this week, you made it this week, or you made it the week before, you can at me, once. Don't at me several times, and I will, when I go through it next week, I'll like look at it. It's not a guarantee, but I try. Yeah, I know. Okay, so the doc roles is we have a lot of new people, so I don't want to start with something that like doesn't make sense. But don't worry, we'll definitely get to them.
Very true, we will.
Might just be in a couple of weeks' time.
Hell yeah.
No.
I will say I have already tagged you, Matt, so don't you worry.
Nice.
You can check that out. Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming and tuning in. I hope you like the new roles. If you haven't already, join the playtest. There is like so many people in there now. There's over 2,000 people who have registered, which is a lot. So if you want to get in on that and you haven't signed up already, do that quickly because there's a lot of people there. So do that for a chance to get in. Next stream, we do this every Thursday. For like quite a while now. Sometimes we miss some, but we're pretty consistent. I think only
consistent.
Yeah. We do most
Never
Thursdays.
Late. Never once.
Never late. Today was pretty good, actually.
Today was perfect.
I finished work like 10 minutes before the stream, so I just wrote out all of the posts and stuff in advance, and we were ready to go. It was good. Okay. Hell yeah, no. I'm glad you come in to say hello. But yeah, we've been doing this for like since ages ago. We were doing this for the last game.
I was gonna say, I mean, it's great. This stream had tons of new people, so welcome everybody who's new. Very fun to see new people joining.
Never late.
I hope you liked our rambles and our I don't know.
Random tirades. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes these streams become 8-hour streams of Luke going crazy over trying to make a shader.
That's happened only like twice, but it is weird that it
Exactly.
has happened twice, I will say.
Yeah.
Okay, but the problem is just that like sometimes like doing dev streams are fun, but like every time I've done them, I've always done them on something that I don't know how to solve, or like that I'm like really not, I don't know what I'm doing with, right? Like making like very niche shaders for things. And like the process of figuring out how to solve something that you really don't know how to do is like not that like exciting, I think, for a stream.
Yeah,
So
I think it's
because there's a lot of like what's going on. But if we were to do like a proper, oh yeah, Kitty was there the whole time for that one. Yeah. Oh, thank you. You were my only reason I was saying. But like especially because the last thing I was trying to do was just like I didn't really know what I was trying to make. I was just trying to make something that like satisfied me, and I don't think it was possible what I was trying to do. So it was crazy. But if we were doing something like just making new roles, like programming that kind of thing, or like streaming, like making new regions, or the stuff that like my super secret projects that I'm working on currently, something like that.
You've given me an idea. Maybe at one point I'll do a dev stream of just going through like
the bug reports.
I'll just choose like a bunch of community roles that people have suggested.
Oh.
I'll just implement those, right? Because that's a cool thing. Because the one problem with implementing roles is that I don't really want to spoil what's going to be in there necessarily. But like if it's community roles that people have suggested, it might be a nice way of doing that.
That would be cool, because like I know, and this was brought up interestingly the other day, like almost 7 months ago, Matt, which is crazy to say. There was like I made this post talking about how to get into kind of game dev positions and how to you know like the engines and stuff, like what we use, and like how to begin, how to like find a team and do all of that kind of stuff. It's now pinned in general if you want to have a read of it. But as part of that, and like as part of the modding stuff, I said I promised that I would make some like tutorials for modding support that would be kind of cool. Now the problem is that what we're talking about here is less modding support and more just like making the game, so or like implementing stuff. And we like modding is something you kind of make once, or like you finish at the very least once the entire game is kind of done. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, it is also a bit of a stretch goal for us.
Oh, I know.
Like it's not like, the thing is that it's one of the things that we really want, but equally is not like a necessity for the game to come out. So it's a bit of a.
I mean, it's a milestone, so it's gonna have to happen eventually, Matt.
Yeah, but actually, it's a milestone that's like we're only required to have it a month after release, specifically. Which I would rather have it at release, but you know, the thing is that we. I mean, I'm just looking at the time we have left before release and being like, we have no time left.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm sure we'll get there. Probably.
I feel like it's something that kind of almost needs to happen because there's so many talented people who need an outlet for it that like if we don't make an official route through, then something bad will happen.
Make an unofficial route, and then it's going to be
a mess.
Like, transition.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think I definitely want it badly.
So we can kind of show you what it looks like to make stuff from our side currently, and then maybe when it comes out and we have when we definitely 100% promise have the modding support ready that works immediately out of the box. It will definitely happen. We can do some tutorials on that too. But yeah, no, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. Maybe a dev stream at some point.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys know. It might not be the Thursday stream. It might just be a random day or something.
And something that might be less interesting. I don't know if people really want to see this or not, but I'll say it anyway. I have like, maybe I can pull it up actually. So
I'm curious what you're gonna say.
Okay, I'm gonna show off my graveyard of code. Okay, just momentarily.
Oh no! Where are your eyes, chat?
Okay, I want to I guess preface some things, and I guess like set expectations for programming things and all of that kind of fun stuff, which is that like I think that in game dev and for all of these things, like you see people coming in and making really cool stuff, and you're like, I want to jump into and make my own things. And sometimes that works perfectly, and then it works and it's great, and you're living the dream. But like a lot of the times when you open up a project, or like you open Unity for the first time and you look at the interface and you're like, what's going on? And you start making like your dream projects, and then it doesn't work, and you're like, oh, I guess I can't make games, or like I guess I can't do things, you know. I want you to know that like every person who's like made stuff almost certainly has a graveyard full of projects that has like either just prototypes or were never fully finished, or you know, something like that. And I have one because I have like this bad habit of like, I don't even know if it's a bad habit. I just have a habit of like occasionally I'll be like, I need to create a thing, and so I'll spend like a weekend or something like making a prototype until like it's out of my head. You know, I can finally stop thinking about it, kind of thing.
Sorry, just every person who has made stuff has a graveyard.
It's true. I think that's true, just in general. Definitely real. But just to show you like the scale of it, though, I think this is my like for Unity graveyard, like this one, and this one has almost certainly got like, this one's got I think 159 things in here. Some of this is cheating because it's like sometimes like for a long time I had like stuff that like this, where it's like one is just the project and then one's just like specifically like builds of like that project. But you get the idea, right? Where it's like you end up having like a large amount of projects, and only like from that like huge list, only like 4 or 5 are on Steam, right? So you've got a it's kind of crazy, but yeah, I think you should. That doesn't mean you shouldn't make things.
No, you absolutely should. Yeah. It's interesting.
It's almost like the opposite. I feel like you learn by failing, and so you need to make as many projects as you can, so that you kind of run into all of the pitfalls, and then you know where they are next time.
I mean, yeah, I think the best example, I mean for me obviously, but best example of like improving project, like doing things for improving, is just you can look at our previous games, and I think it's safe to say that we've gotten better with every game, significantly so.
Oh yeah, I think so.
But yeah, it's really interesting because I know for me, like before, when I was still in uni, and like before uni, like before this company, I had the same thing where I had a massive graveyard. And now it's like, now I do random tangents for work, and I've made a really cool program to get through the bug reports.
Oh yeah, that's actually really cool.
I can download all the bug reports, and then I can click on them and get all the save file information.
It like simulates the board and like ASCII and stuff. It's neat.
I get all the board. I can click on everybody. It's great. I love it. Makes it so much easier to go through instead of having to like manually do things on Google Sheets where it's all stored. But like I do things like that where I do random projects that are work related, so I'm doing them during work, right? It makes sense. It's not procrastinating at all. But my own personal projects, I must admit, like I have done a couple, but they have somewhat disappeared since I started this company. Just because, I'll be honest, I'm doing what I enjoy with this company, and then I don't really want to do more programming after I've done 7-8 hours of programming.
I think that's a good thing though. Like, if you're happy, then that works.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I've got like, I'm doing what I like here, so it kind of works.
But anyway, that was a very roundabout, long way of saying I have one of those ideas in my head that is attacking me at the moment, and I am probably gonna make a new engine project and start working on that at some point. And I wondered if people would want to see like me try and make a project from nothing to wherever it goes. I don't know if that's something that people want to see, or if that's something that people don't want to see. I might not stream it through the GRG stuff. I might stream it through my own things. But anyway, I'll let people know if that's happening. Will I cheat and use our library? And will that be kind of annoying?
Just cheat and use our library.
Huh?
I said just cheat and use our library. Our library is so useful.
The library's so good. But anytime I use that, I'll point out that this is the library extension, and then I'll show like how it works.
Here we pointed it out every 2 seconds.
It's so good. We have made some nice things.
So for people who are a bit more like tech savvy and who've done programming, because when we started Gearing Games with our projects, we have basically a bunch of functions that are just useful generic functions that do things.
Extensions to
and
Unity.
we made a library of these functions basically, but they do everything. Like everything that moves, every animation is an animation that's in this library that we just call easily. Like sorting, like summon things in the dictionaries in that library, or like even some of every menu that you see in this game is in that library. It's like a thing. It's a generic menu from this library. Like the functionality of it behind the scenes, like everything that can be made generic so that we can use it again and just be faster is in that library. And it's so useful. It's so useful that when I do projects without it, I'm constantly forgetting that I can't just do things now. I have to actually manually do them, and it's terrible.
Yeah, having a good
That's
library, like manipulating lists without the libraries, it's kind of hard. You're like, wait,
Yeah,
I can't just add something in an aggregator function. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's
Anyway,
great. But even like, for example, like a great example. Actually, let me show you. Right, let me show you just like a tiny. Wrong screen. There you go. So, like for example,
completely derailed.
If well, the stream's kind of pseudo over, so I'm just rambling at this point. So like let's like hovering over case 3, right? You see like a few things happen. First of all, like the case wobbles, and then like this card slides out. If we break down the wobble, the wobble is like using the mouse's position when you hover over like effectively the rectangular area of this case file. When you hover over it, what it's doing is it's using like one of their libraries like wobble functions, and it's just literally you just say like wobble by this amount for this amount of time, and then it automatically shakes it a little bit. But that in and of itself is a coroutine, which is something that has run over time, which uses like custom easing functions, which is part of the library. So the library is at a point where it's like built on itself now, and it's really cool. And then like the Mortal Dread thing sliding out the side, that's also using coroutines, that's also using the library. And I don't know.
You should do it again. Like show because it has a different easing function.
Yeah.
It goes in and out, right? So it's the ease in and out funk,
Yeah. And what they mean by easing functions is like, if you imagine a box moving from like position A to position B, it's the like over time, like how it moves from A to B. Like so linear interpolation would just be like it just
moves at a constant speed.
Yeah, moves at a constant speed from A to B without any change. Like ease out would be like it moves kind of quickly, and then as it gets towards the end it slows down, like so it has like a little bit of like an ease out, I suppose. I don't know. And then you can have like all kinds of things, like for example like the wobble is that is what was that? I think that's an elastic ease out.
The wobble's a bit complicated actually, because I remember it's the wobbles bit is like a combination of a couple of things. The most common one we use is ease in and out, so it's like accelerates then decelerates. That's like everything that fades in and out usually is ease in and out. Most things that move is ease in and out. Actually, ease out has become much more like into it, just because like menu openings, you kind of want that, like you want it to start fast because you don't really mind, especially if they're fading at the same time.
You can see, I think, easing as like a way to describe like visual flavor for movement. And like playing around with lots of different types of it can make things feel quite like refreshing. I like it a lot. But we are really rambling about strange things.
But I will say, other thing to note, every text animation, like when the text wobbles and all that, that's all in the library.
True. I mean, most things are now.
Yeah, most things are. Except the thing is, like, whenever I make something, I'm like, can this be generic? Would this be useful in all the projects? If the answer to that is yes, it goes in the library.
Yeah.
It's great.
But it's nice because it's like in bits, so you can just like, if you're going into a project that like doesn't have 2D lights, for example, then you can just not do the 2D lights bit, and it's great.
Yeah, sure. I will also say, this is a random thing, but I don't. This is unlikely to talk to anybody here because I doubt other people have used this. But on one of our previous projects, I used a Unity localization package because we were trying to localize the game. And honestly, it sucks. I hate it. It just constantly bugged. Every time I build it, half the time it just wouldn't build a localization for some reason. It was I just really don't like it. So with the last project, I made my own localization stuff, and now that's a different package. And it's great. It's another library. And it's really,
so
really
if
nice.
you see like the localization stuff not working, it's now you know it's directly our fault.
You know, it's directly my fault. I made everything in that.
Yeah.
And there was some bugs, but like I made it very generic as well. I will say this pen, those are using UI line runners, which is in the library.
Huge.
Those I did make for this game, but I've added them to the library because they'll be ussul in future projects, I'm sure.
This broken Couturian thing, that's in the library, baby.
That's in the library too. Actually, that might well not be because there's a weird thing with that one. But
okay, well, rotating stuff in three-dimensional space is hard, especially if you're trying to give it a direction. And I don't know why it's been historically a problem, like rotating things in a direction by a certain amount. We've always had a problem with that in the library for such a long time.
The reason is because there was a problem in the library. And we just kept using the same library, so the problem just kept happening. I have actually fixed it.
But you've told me that 5 times.
I know, but this time for real, for real. I figured out the problem. The thing is that you would think it's simple to just go, I want to go from number A to number B in rotation on the Z-axis.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to find the shortest path. But the problem is that obviously rotation it goes back on itself. So 360 is also 0, or if you're doing it in and so you have to you have 360 and 10. The fastest option is going back to 0. But that would be simple enough if it was always consistent. The problem is that's not consistent because I think it goes from minus 180 to 180, but it sometimes doesn't. This is why there's bugs with this, and it's just why it took me so long to figure out. Is that also what if you go to 720? You need to whatever. It's terrible. Also, Unity doesn't modulo negative numbers by default.
Do you know what we could do? Crazy thought to have now, but we could have just turned it into radians and then turned it back into degrees.
It doesn't fix it. The problem is that it cycles on itself.
But radians don't cycle, do they?
Yeah, it does. I mean, the rotation cycles. You have a start and an end point, but they have to match up. They're the same thing. 0 and 360 is the same thing. Radians is the same. 0 and I think it's 2 pi with radians is the same thing.
Okay, fair enough then.
The problem that you have is also that it's not always obvious what the user wants. If I say rotate to 720, do I mean do 2 full rotations, or do I mean just go to 0, right? And that's also another problem, which is why it's not always obvious. Sometimes you want it to rotate the other way around, right? Anyway, big ramble to say that rotations are actually really annoying, and that's why there's some weird things.
And also Matt's guys here. Hello, Jen.
Hello, Jen. Yeah, even Jen gets annoyed about rotations.
I know. Fair play to them, I think. We shake our fists at the Quantarians.
Yeah. To be fair, it would be way worse than 3D. I'm happy we only do 2D stuff.
Oh man, the thing that I'm thinking about doing is in 3D.
The library won't actually help you that much. We've only done 2D games. Our library is full of 2D stuff. But
it's actually we also rely a lot on certain parts of our 2D thing as well. I feel like we almost over rely on. So I'd want to, in the sense of a lot of the time, in Unity, there's 2 different kinds of ways to represent 2D things. You have
oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
You have the kind of canvas style stuff, which is what a lot of this uses, and then you have sprites. And sprites are kind of in world space, so they're basically 2D, 3D things, if that makes sense. Whereas the canvas is almost a projection onto the camera in our game. Which is quite useful for a lot of things. For example, if somebody has a different screen resolution, then the game can kind of not have to freak out a bunch to figure out how it should resize.
I was going to say, so the canvas is initially meant for UI, so it's it's the HUD effectively.
Yeah.
And the world and sprites is what you would normally use for the main game if you're making a more classic game.
Yeah.
The reason we use canvas, and one of the reasons that we've used it so much, is actually 4 different resolutions, because there's a really neat trick. This is something that is in the library that I added a while back. But basically, if you play on a non-standard resolution, and by standard resolution I mean, 1920 by 1080p, but like that same resolution, not necessarily that exact like 1080p. It can like 9 by 16 or whatever it is. Like if you're not on that resolution, you'll notice that on the edge of your screen you've got black bars, and that's because we do a small trick where we have a camera at the back that's just black, that just fills the entire screen black. Then we have the canvas on top of that just scales in the same ratio, so that we don't have to worry about, like, if somebody has a super wide screen or if somebody has a super tall screen, we don't have to worry about everything being squished and things not being visible. So it's always, we can guarantee that there's always that 16 by 9 part in the middle, then everything else is just black if it needs to be. Which is a really good solution for like letting us just design things and supporting most screens, and only a very small percentage of people will notice. And it's the people who have like ultra wide screens that like 3 times the length, they'll just suddenly notice that they have massive black bars. But like this screen I'm on is slightly taller than 16 by 9, and like I don't notice the black bars because if you watch a film, you're gonna get that, you're gonna have the same thing. It's just kind of, you get used to it. So it works quite well. I'm really happy with it. There, that's one of the reasons we use canvases. But to be fair, we actually have a lot that's not canvas based, because a lot of the like visual side, when I make it for like canvas side, I make it also for sprite side often, so that we have like an easy, if we do use it, we have that. I try and be thorough when I update the library.
I don't think it's a good thing. I have to deal with silent accomplice, Matt.
I like your Tetris piece.
Oh, thank you. Very artsy. But no, I mean, it's the canvas solves a lot of our problems because we mainly work in 2D games, and Dupery is a really good game to try and stay in that kind of 2D realm. It's only when you're trying to do like, I guess, like certain fancy like animations that need to dip into 3D and things that becomes more problematic. But yeah, like, I mean,
canvas definitely does have limitations.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you don't have a camera effectively, so you can't like zoom in, or like if you to zoom in, you have to scale everything up to have the same effect, right? And it's a bit, it has quite a lot of weird quirks, but for 2D games, especially the kind of things we make, it just has so many advantages that's kind of worth it. Anyway, there you go. I hope you liked our rant about our stuff. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy how like half the code of this game is just the library, man. I think I'm exaggerating a little bit, but honestly, not that much.
No, who is it? Oh, is it? Oh, I missed 9. It was the. Oh, I got a full. That was a hard game. What does Lydia think about the canvas approach? What do you think about the canvas approach, Lydia? Thoughts on that?
The canvas approach? What is it? What is the canvas approach?
You heard it here first. No, I'm joking. Basically, they're asking how, for you as like coming in as an artist, what do you think about like designing things to be like basically in screen space as opposed to in world space?
I gotta be honest, I do not understand the question. What do you mean? Screen space or world space?
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, this is a very technical question.
Generally speaking, like when we ask for art stuff, we give Lydia a lot of the specifications. So to be ask her about using
quantitative easing, booleans.
Booleans.
I got you. I'm with
we
you.
love it.
I explained for 20 minutes. Lydia, what are you up to at the moment?
I am working on some of the role icons in the background. I apologize.
Oh,
I started hearing programming stuff and it just faded.
Yeah. When I talk, Lydia just phases me out. So you
know.
Real. Well, for the 15 people who have stayed around, any teasers? Can we get any?
Oh yeah, maybe just one more icon.
No, I can't. I
Wait,
got put all that in one go. Otherwise, it's hard to snip it on my document.
Can you just zoom in really far?
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
What? Not even one?
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Not a single one?
Not a single one.
Uh,
I gotta be strict this time.
maybe straight.
But think about
maybe I could have
chat.
a teaser, but I'm not sure I have much I can show at the moment. Oh, I got maybe I don't know. Not sure. I'm sorry.
Okay.
A single
Give us a
pixel.
single
Single
pixel.
Okay. All right. Give me a single pixel. Hold on.
Sharing is caring. It's true. I could share something like about what I'm working on, just like
Maybe. Actually, why not? Just share something really like I've got. Oh wait, I'm gonna message you. I've got a perfect idea.
Okay. Slightly more than a single pixel.
Okay, let me transition to the game chat soon, so I don't link anything, and then I'll go have a look. All right. Let's have a look. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, interesting. Well, Matt, I feel like that's almost too little. I was gonna share this.
Nah.
No, hold on. Let me. Before you say nah, let me.
Oh, you're trying to send the concepts.
No. Wait. Guys. I want to share. This bit. Potentially.
Interesting.
Honestly, I think what I'm doing is too much.
I don't know. Oh, this is me now.
Wait. Oh, you want to share the entire?
No. Just this bit.
Oh no, just share one of them. Like, you know?
But is that? I feel like isn't that like too well known? Isn't that just gonna be nothing?
No, but they don't know that. They've never seen. Yeah, they've never seen that. You know.
That's so.
Now you're teasing them. Come on. Decide on something.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Matt's initial thing. I'm gonna change.
Oh, actually, what Lizzie sent could be also quite fun. I don't mind that.
What did Lizzie send? Oh, but that no, I don't want to do that. No, they could try. They're trying to give you breadcrumbs, like absolutely nothing. I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna give you something.
Luke is saying this, but actually it's the opposite. He's going to give you absolutely nothing. I'm going to be like, well, I was going to give you actual juice. I thought Matt hated ducks. Why do I hate? Oh yeah, no, it's pigeons.
That's pigeons. That's pigeons.
Please. Also, I don't hate them. I just enjoy singing a song about poisoning them in the park. It's not quite the same thing. That's not cool. I like
Officer, I didn't enjoy killing that man. You can't arrest me for murder.
No. I didn't kill the man. I just sang about murdering him. You know, it's not quite the same.
Completely unfounded suspicions.
Okay.
I don't kill pigeons. To be clear, I do not harm animals in any way.
What this screenshot is this too much or too little?
Wait, where do you put it?
It's just in my share screens.
I would say that's too much, but you can go with it. You know what?
Okay. It's a little bit what I'm going.
I didn't kill a man. I hired a guy to do it because that's fine in this universe.
We have 3 medalists on screen right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. It's not what you think at all. One of them is definitely evil. Let me turn down. Where is it? Here it is. There you go. I'll just go to the live thing, and hopefully I don't make any mistakes. Oh, there was an actual question somewhere, wasn't there? Question: would scapegoat affect start of case decisions, like a choice of what copycat pretends as? I would say probably not. Forecast today 1, 2, 3 real.
Okay, Luke.
Okay.
Are you going to show this?
I am.
Show this off?
All right, here we go.
The teasing has lasted long enough. You know?
I know. I'd be mean. Okay, this is a little snippet of the system stuff that I'm kind of working on in the background. this is a little sneak peek.
Whoa, you drew that, Luke?
Yeah,
That's
I did.
crazy.
I did draw this. This was all me.
Whoa.
I don't know why you stopped drawing like at that point. That seems a weird place to stop.
It seems like the rest of the image should be there.
Well,
Yeah.
guys, as I said,
kind of
I've only
missing
been
a lot of
working on it in the
paper.
background, so like I've only got this
I
is all I've done
see.
so far. Like the rest of it isn't here. Over. Well, no, this is going to be very important. But I will say, like, yeah, this is I think really going to be cool. It's going to be so neat.
I will say you probably won't see this for a while because it probably, I don't know, maybe we'll have the demo at some point with it, but I think it's not going to be in the next playtest.
Luke, I think you should share with them your concept art from before I started.
What do you mean? That's too much.
No,
They obviously know what's happening with
Not
that.
with the notes, just the squares.
Just the squares.
And then they can overanalyze to their heart's content.
But what do you mean, Mike? But my concept art is so good, Lydia, then they'd immediately know. What are you trying to say?
You should just have the square of this scene, Luke, you know?
Hang on.
Like, wait.
Send me a picture.
There you go. Wait. Luke, perfect. You just need this. Let me send that to you.
Guys, I think they're being mean to me. I think this is. Wait, but that's not even the same scene.
Well, I mean, depends. Can be.
I think you should send all of them. I think you should confuse people.
Let me see. Where even is the initial thing for it?
Did you send it to me?
No, it's in context.
No, it's in dev. It's just quite high up. Also, we've been told to hydrate 5 times.
You can hold to hydrate. I'm
No,
out of
don't
water.
drown us! Don't drown us!
I'm out of water.
I'm not sure we can hydrate that much.
Okay, what is it?
We for sure sent it to Isaac at some point.
Yeah,
but it is just in dev
notes.
chat.
It's just in dev chat. Okay. I'll just
I
keep
can link
scrolling
it to
up.
you if you want.
Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, I found the one with
cool.
notes. I found the one with notes.
Yeah, I just found the one with notes and I just...
Yeah, do that. Take a snipping tool of that.
Honestly,
Do it.
this is so unhelpful that I don't mind sharing
I don't
it.
want that.
This.
Chat tries to give Des water poisoning.
Okay, here you go, guys. You're gonna have a great time looking at this. Oh, and I hope you like it.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's also. You get 5 seconds. My beautiful concept art.
Nice.
Nobody but me appreciates, apparently.
Hey,
exclusive.
you got the point across.
In-depth
To be fair, I gave Lydia this, and the output was really good. So clearly, it's sufficient. Yeah, no, it's gonna be great. But yeah, I will probably do some streaming. I am going to be making a kind of like Disco Elysium style kind of narrative thing with like trying to have a little 3D guy that walks around a space and then has some like text dialogues, narrative stuff. I'm gonna try throw my hat into the ring, make something mechanically that works like that. So it'll be programming, looking at like how I tackle the node graph with that, see if I can find a slightly different way to make a game like that work slightly nicer and represent information. I found a solution in Obsidian that worked really well, and I was like, can I make this in node graphs? And so maybe I'll try that. And yeah, try playing around in 3D where I'm normally not super comfortable. I've very much grown comfortable in 2D land, and I feel like that's not healthy. I'm going to try and push myself to learn new things. I'm going to do some 3D stuff. So yeah, pray for me. And maybe you can do that in the chat because I will stream it, and it will go variably based off how successful you can make it work. But it should be fun. It should be like a pretty easy project to begin with, and then I'll do some 3D stuff, and then it'll immediately become hard, and it'll be nice. We'll see how far it goes.
Oh yeah.
But it could be something fun to follow along with, or even if it's just to see the process of like what it looks like, just going from nothing to something.
Easy 42 hours stream.
Easy 42-hour stream. Easy peasy.
I think I can commit to like doing a dev stream at some point as well.
Yeah.
Probably on Dupery on my part, but.
Would you commit to an art stream at some point, Lydia, or is that something too crazy?
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. It depends. It depends on the art that I'm doing. If it's key art and I've already got the sketch down, sure, for sure.
Interesting. You don't want to
Right.
show
There you
them the
go.
process, like the full process?
No, it's so much harder to figure things out when you're rough sketching with an audience.
I guess but like, I guess.
It feels like you're performing. It throws me off. I'm like, it
I
needs to be good. When it's very much the point where it does not need to be good.
Yeah, but I kind of like. I don't know. If you just like ignore chat, because like, what I'm trying to say is like.
That's mean.
But no, but my point is that what people, I don't know, what I would want to show is like the raw, real experience of like going from nothing to having the final result. And like if you skip like that like initial process, it's kind of like those like drawing tutorial guides where it's like step
draw
one,
two
draw
circles,
outline.
Step 3, bit of shading, and it's a fully rendered.
Yeah, it's like how to draw an owl, and it's like draw an oval. Step 2, finish owl. It feels like we're starting at step 2. Do you know what I mean? Like the rough out sketch and like the why you make certain choices, and like I guess the raw, like more, I want to say like primal concepting part of it is often not shown because like you make mistakes, and like there are lots of like ones that you kind of you'll get to a certain point and pass on it. And I think from an outsider's perspective that could be interesting to see, like at what point do you stop, or like like why do you make the choices, why is this one good versus this one bad, and things like that. Maybe I'm the only person who would watch that, but for me that would be interesting. But there you go. Yeah,
It's always interesting hearing your thoughts on sort of looking at artwork breakdowns, because I feel like you're there like, I need to get in their head, I need to know why they make the choices, and for me it's like, rectangle bad, new rectangle needed.
yeah, but that even if that's your reason, that's still like enough. Like,
I was gonna say, you've done like some Discord stream to us where you've just drawn something from scratch, and look, it's interesting.
It's also just mesmerizing. And
yeah, it is a bit mesmerizing.
Lydia, she hides away, but she's super talented. Like she'll draw stuff, and you'll be like, "What do you mean? Was there no like?" She'll just like do like crazy raw things. It'll just be like. She'll just draw it, and it's like no planning, no like concept stuff. You're just locked in. You're just going, and it just shapes up, and you're like, wow, I really see it now. It's just so cool to watch a thing, especially when it's like a full piece or something crazy. But yeah, I love to see it. So maybe if we're lucky in the future, we can bully Lydia into showing us.
Well, there you go. Now that
Maybe.
we've promised to do a bunch more streams,
Time to go.
yeah, time to go. I think.
Alright.
I'm getting hungry, man. It's almost 11.
Very fair. Very fair. Oh yeah, French debuff. Sorry.
Yeah, I've got a French debuff now.
All right. See you guys later. I'll see you next weekend. I'll see you next Thursday, and maybe on the weekend, which is probably when I would do stuff. Although actually, maybe busy. So maybe it'll be a random time. I'll at people when I do it, and then you can decide whether or not you want to subject yourself to it or not.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same for
Alright.
World Stream, so that might be in a while.
Yeah. Bye guys.
I could do Friday next week. Alright, bye.
Bye.